still try. Try and knock me down and I still climb. I can see the promised land right over the hill line. And when I get there, yeah, we all gon' party. Learn how to surf cause the waves is gnarly. Gotta make the bread, gotta bake the barley. But it take a little time, be patient, darling. Working for the people, gotta rake them all in. But sometimes people make you hate your calling. Some people panic when the brakes is stalling. Me, I go to God when my faith is falling. Put it on the tattoos. A righteous man don't know bad news. Found forgiveness for my snafus. Nothing for the pretty girls trying to get a cashew. Bad dude, sometimes life really suck like a vacuum. The devil I don't never turn my back to. I just wanna shower love like a bathroom. And be a role model for the black youth. Here you go. Here you go again. Talking all that. What? What are you talking about, man? Wasn't too long before I realized a whole lot of truth just realized. Two groups faking the real guys, and both of them plotting on your meal size. Gotta be more, is this real life? Got a bad hand, but I still try. Trying to knock me down and I still climb. I can see the promised land right over the hill line. And I broke a lot of hearts in my lifetime, thinking that their heart wasn't like mine. Finally got through a lifeline, and I stumbled upon a right mind. Love showed up at the right time. Put her in a white dress, get the white wine. Some people do it for the nighttime, but I'm thinking more, make your life mine. Yeah. Is it possible we could last forever and ever and ever?
Smoking all the greenery. Yeah. Close the match cause they were handed down to me. But I'm still fly, I know. I'm still fly, let's go. It could all be worse, I could be a hater like you. It could all be worse. Pills to make the man, but that poison's gonna kill you. From the inside out. With your chest now, say it with your chest now. I'm young, I'm free. Can't nobody take me here and now. It's my time to run it out. It's my time, it's my time to ride it. I'm young, I'm free. Can't nobody take me here and now. It's my time to run. Time to ride it out. It's your time. Oh. Cheers to all the haters, cause you proved to me that rising to the top was my destiny. And you can see whatever from behind me, but I'm still fly, I know. I'm still fly, let's go. It could all be worse, I could be a hater like you. It could all be worse. Clothes to make the man, but that poison's gonna kill you. From the inside out. It's time to say it with your chest now, say it with your chest now. I'm young, I'm free. Can't nobody take me here
Good morning, good morning, good morning, people. Y'all know who it is. Y'all know the voice. Y'all know the sound. James Bubba Williams, DJ Exclusive, is in the building. Good morning, everybody. Good to see your bright, happy, shining faces, man. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned, like it or not. It's about to go down, y'all. Good morning, everybody. Ben, take me down real quick. I gotta go put some lotion on my hands. Ooh, Jesus. I love that part. Good morning, good morning, good morning again, y'all. Good to see everybody this morning, y'all. Did y'all see South Park? If you have not watched the season 27 premiere of South Park, please go run that up. When I tell you, they dogged the hell out of Donald Trump. All the videos and everything, if we could show a clip. But I think that episode was so out of pocket, we probably can't show any clips. But all I'll say is, if you remember South Park, the movie, and how Satan was dating or in a relationship with Saddam Hussein, think about that now with South Park Satan dating Donald Trump in the bed. They're showing like everything, bro. Neon Death said, man, South Park lost me forever ago. They lost me forever ago as well, too. But this one, it was in the pocket. It was in the pocket. If you the PSA I can't say too much about it. All the thing I can say is go watch it. Go watch it ASAP. I mean, after we go off, of course. Yeah. But Here's our favorite jam. Good morning, y'all.
Your eyes tell me that you don't wanna leave just yet. No, my eyes agree. It's almost like when we first met. Oh, I don't care, it's getting too late. I want you and I can't wait. Don't wanna spend a minute without you. I know you feel the same. So come on, give me love. I'ma
Jam
show you
tune,
how to
yes,
move,
jam,
how to move
yes.
my body. Come hit me with your touch and make me wanna say, damn. And yeah, you know what's up. Ain't nothing I won't do for your body. So give me all you got right now. I know I'm yours, baby. So come give me love. You know you're mine, baby. So come give me love. I never felt nothing quite like this. I get a high every time we kiss. Can't get enough, baby.
Hey, NJ.
All of your love, I can't fake it. When I'm with you, my legs go weak. Yeah. Can you hear it? I think my heart just skipped a beat. Yeah. This feeling is getting so strong. Love me till the morning, love me all night long. There's something special about you. You're the one that I want. So come on, give me love. I'ma show you how to move with my body. Come hit me with your touch and make me wanna say, damn. And yeah, you know what's up. Ain't nothing I won't do for your body. So give me all you got right now. I know I'm yours, baby. So come give me love. You know you're my baby. So come give me love. I never felt nothing quite like this. I get a high every time we kiss. Can't get enough, baby. So come give me love. All of your love. Won't you love me till the morning? Love me in the evening. You know what I want. Won't you hold me like I'm yours? Show me that I'm yours. You know just what I want. Won't you love me like the last time? Like our time was right now. Show me what it's about. Love me till the morning. Love me in the evening. You know what I want. I know I'm yours, baby. So come give me love. You know you're mine, baby. So come give me love. I never felt nothing quite like this. I get a high every time we kiss. Can't get enough, babe. So come give me love. All of your love. Won't you love me till the morning? Love me in the evening. You know what I want. Won't you hold me like I'm yours? Show me that I'm yours. You know just what I want. Won't you love me like the last time? Like our time was right now. Show me what it's about. Love me till the morning. Love me in the evening. You know what I want. All of your love.
Ooh, again, if that song will make you just get up and just make you want to just move your body and do a little two-step or whatever, there's something wrong with you. Hey, I got a dad joke for y'all this morning. What do you call a lamp that always says please and thank you? What do you call a lamp that always says please and thank you? Polite. 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 P-O-L-I-G-H-T. Polite. Y'all stay tuned.
I can't stand you, James. I can't stand you, bro.
I knew he was gonna come on here. We got some more jams coming up, y'all. Like it or not, it's about to go down. Y'all stay tuned. Good morning.
Sticks and stones may break my bones, but your words can't hurt me. No, you just can't hurt me. No, I ain't been right more than I've been wrong, and it still can't hurt me. No, it just can't hurt me. No. No, you just can't hurt me. No, you just can't hurt me, no. I know it's hard to be polite, and it's easy being petty. My mama used to tell me, gotta use you when you ready. Man, it's crazy how my brother said it could've been my cell. It's either prison or a grave, that's what everybody tell me. Man, life ain't a beach, it's a female dog. I'm staying 10 toes down, though I still might fall. Oh yeah, now I done came through, knocking pictures off your wall. Cause loving people who persecute you, it's still a tough be a light up on my path and a lamp under my feet. I know my faith strong, but my flesh still kinda weak. When that victory be looking like the verge of defeat, and I feel like disrespect, help me turn my other cheek and say sticks and stones may break my bone, but your words can't hurt me. No, you just can't hurt me. No, I ain't been right more than I've been wrong, and it still can't hurt me. No, it just can't hurt me. No. No, you just can't hurt me. No, you just can't hurt me. No. No, you just can't hurt me. No, you just can't hurt me, no. See, it's hard to be polite, it's easy being petty. Mama used to tell me, gotta use you when you're ready. Cause I ain't working on my own timing. Ain't got no diamonds on me, but I stay shining, yeah. They say the world would be a better place if we take out the hate.
Stop all the hate right now.
Yeah, let's keep it real, it'd be better if we just subtract the fake. Yeah, so be a light up on my path and a lamp under my feet. I know my faith strong, but my flesh still kinda weak. When that victory be looking like the verge of defeat, and I feel like disrespect, help me turn my other cheek and say sticks and stones may break my bone, but your words can't hurt me. No, you just can't hurt me. No, I ain't been right more than I've been wrong, and it still can't hurt me. No, it just can't hurt me. No. No, you just can't hurt me. No, you just can't hurt me. No.
All right, y'all. Good morning again, y'all. I hope y'all are enjoying the music thus far. Again, I am your host, one of your co-hosts, and DJ James Bub Williams. DJ Exclusives in the building. One of three that will be joining the screen momentarily, as the queen arrives. And I'll filibuster and like to, waste time and play music and tell dad jokes like this one. I saw an old man fall into a well today. I guess he couldn't see that well.
James Josephus Williams.
I guess he couldn't see that well, Ben.
That one was good, though. I ain't gonna lie. That one was good.
Hey, man, y'all make sure y'all stay tuned. Hit the like, share, subscribe button, man. We are streaming right now on multiple platforms. Let's see. We're on Twitter, or X, Facebook. I'm not going to call it X. I'm sorry. I just can't do it. Facebook. We're on, where are we streaming? He didn't see that well.
Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, across multiple channels, across multiple streams. Hit that smash. Hit that smash. Smash that like, share, and subscribe button. Can y'all see the vision? Vision? If you can see the vision, hit that share, like, and subscribe button. I'm out your way, Jay.
Yes, please, y'all hit what Ben said, please. That's why I'm glad being here. He can step in and take over when I can't get it together, which is all the damn time. But I love it. I swear I do. Let's see. Rebecca. And here she comes. Just. Okay. All right. Do we need one more song? Are we ready to go?
Rebecca, can we do one more song, Rebecca? Can we do one more song? Oh, they're in the Middle East. So obviously, one more song. My bad, Queen. My bad.
Oh, man. All right, here we go, y'all. We got one more song for you. Then we're going to get this show started. In the meantime, while we got this music playing, let's give a quick shout out real fast to everybody that's in the chat room. Color Me Oakland is here. Jam Tune, Nat A, Sheila Blessing, HBX, Mike again, Sensation is in the building. Benjamin P. Dixon is in the chat room. Juanita Derry Bennett, what's going on? Bit Buddha, what's up, Carly Wynn? NJ, hey, NJRCC, everybody that's streaming, man. Y'all welcome. Like it or not, it's about to go down. Let's get into it, y'all.
You'll never leave me when it comes to you and me. There's no one else I'd rather be with. Baby, I won't let you down. I got it. I know you need it.
Somebody just asked if they missed the dad jokes. And because you asked that question, I had to pause the music and tell you this. What happens if you fight a dinosaur? What happens if you fight a dinosaur? You get Jurassic. Jurassic.
And play the
Love is
music.
it when you're around. Oh, please say
I love y'all,
that
mean it.
you believe it. 'Cause I don't wanna lose you. I hope you feel that way too. No, I don't wanna lose you. Baby, don't go. Don't go. When I get you back, oh yeah. When I get you back, oh yeah. When I get you back, oh yeah. Oh, when I get you back, oh yeah. Cause I don't wanna lose you. I hope you feel that way too. No, I don't wanna lose you. Baby, don't go. Oh, when I get you back, oh yeah. I promise you'll never leave me. When it comes to you and me, there's no one else.
Oh, somebody said that's not funny, TD Jakes. But let me tell you, I'm no cook. But man, I can stir the pot. Yo, mama is so slow. She got hit by a parked car. Call me TD Jakes again.
I'd rather be with you. When I get you back, oh yeah. Oh. When I get you back, oh yeah. When I get you back, oh yeah. Oh, when I get you back, oh yeah.
Shout out Leopards 5566. Oh man. I'm having too much fun this morning. Rebecca better come on. I'm gonna start playing throwback intro music. Oh man. Why are we waiting here? It's been a while. I mean, it's been a long time. So, you know. Wait, let's see. Caesar. Okay, y'all. Like it or not, it's about to go down. Bill, you better roll the intro.
Our history is under attack. Across this country, Black history is being banned. Black books are vanishing from shelves. Curriculums are being whitewashed. Even a Black Vietnam veteran awarded the Medal of Honor was labeled and disrespected as merely a DEI recipient. They are trying to erase us, but we remember. The Black Heritage Day app is more than education. It's protection. It's a weapon of remembrance. Based on years of research by Dr. Carl Mack, our historian, our griot, designed by Lauren Prince, this app gives you 3 minutes of powerful Black history every single day.
Indeed, the Southern states went to war over the rights for each of the 11 Confederate states to own our ancestors.
Stories about inventor Solomon Harper.
In total, he is credited with 28 other inventions. But as a Black inventor, he struggled to gain
Histories about New Year's Day and how it was regarded as the most dreaded day of the year for our ancestors.
Parents were separated from their children, siblings separated, and spouses separated from one another. And today, America has the nerve to lecture us about the status of the Black family.
Stories about the historic shift of Black people from the Republican Party to the Democratic Party.
It marked the beginning of Blacks' departure from the Republican Party to the Democratic Party. And here's why we switched.
All accessible through the Black Heritage Day app. Download today on Google Play or the Apple App Store.
Sarah Lewis Vaughn was born on this day.
Hi, this is Jeremiah. John H. Johnson was born.
But today, let us not forget our debt to Toussaint Louverture.
Enola McMillan was born on this day in 1904.
Marshall Major Taylor was born in Indianapolis, Indiana on November.
Occurred on this day, December 20th, 1860.
Work that we're doing here is not going to stop when it comes to these type of discussions. It's going to be for us and by us here on this platform when the media is telling us to look the other way. Your support is what helps us move forward. Join patreon.com/like it or not. Help us grow.
Like It or Not starts now.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good
Well, I
morning.
look short, but good morning and welcome to Like It or Not, where we're free to tell the truth.
And not care who doesn't like it. Not only are you short, but your microphone is also doing the microphone thing. But good morning, Queen. How you doing?
See, I thought I was ready. I was sitting here.
We could have had a whole nother song play.
It's
See,
true.
Rebecca, when you come in, you got to say, hey, let's go. Because me and James just be having too much fun.
No, for real.
Well, y'all be doing too much. I'll be like, listen, I know I'll be coming in late, but I said I'm here. No, you guys make it really good for our audience.
Not yet.
Really great. There, my voice is back.
There we go.
There it is.
Really good for the audience. Make sure you keep our prep going. The what do they call that thing when they
Pre-game show. It's the pre-game show.
Right?
Yeah,
the pre-game pep rally, the getting our
tailgate.
people ready for tailgating, all of the things, right? Because I know some people drinking it Saturday. I know some people working out. I know some people are listening to us in the car, if you're going to work, all the things, right? But you do that for us, Bubba. That's why when you aren't here, it actually makes a whole world of a difference. Not that the vibes is not being given and is not being gave, but you do bring that presence to our audience for us. And, you get them ready and prepared for what is to come. And before we get to what is to come, let me go ahead and adjust.
Yeah.
And I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Yeah.
So I'll hold. We could talk real quick. James, what's going on with you, Bridget?
It's going good because Rebecca looking like she was a munchkin, and we were like the people from like it was in the eyes, like tall people. You know what I'm like. But yeah, everything is good.
You. There you go. Hey, you got super. There we go. Oh, there you go. There you go.
Okay, right.
Because I had to do it off camera because the legs on here, everything is just breaking apart. The legs on here. If I were to move it and adjust it, this happened actually I was on Olay and Friends, which is going to come out on this Sunday, and as I was on Olay and Friends, camera fell because the legs, it just is the legs. Camera tipped over, and then I forgot that it was still on. So here go me picking it up. So camera's all up in here like this. On the
Were you live? You weren't live. Well, she's recording
but
live.
usually because sometimes it's all of us on air at once. So we're not able to really remove me at all times. So and every time I'm on the show, because we're on, we do record very long. Baby, battery.
Ooh,
Battery
child.
argument. But baby, this is the way it was. So if y'all see it, And then it was just in the kitchen because I was flipping it all around. It was.
Y'all know there's a charger y'all can get for your cameras.
No,
Yeah,
so the
I got
cameras
about
are
that.
perfect. The cameras are great. The cameras are actually what I recommend to other people. Thank you, Ben. I
Yeah.
recommend to other people. So if you
Thank
see
you, Ben.
a lot of these people who are using their cameras and they like, oh, I actually
what
got
I
this,
had money.
the A6 or the A7, the Sony, and they
Mhm.
always absolutely have the best quality, right?
Yeah.
And I never gatekeep with that. So a lot of people have came to me, who have big platforms, but their
Yeah.
quality wasn't good, and it
Yeah.
was the camera. So aside from that being said, but the legs.
Yeah, on the
The
tripod.
legs have
Listen.
gone on for 5 years strong.
Yeah.
The battery has been the same battery, but
My mic's
batteries,
dead.
I have gotten other batteries, but they don't last as long. I need the long, I invested and it was a good, cute little change for what I thought was the plug, and it ain't the plug, and they won't take it back. So
No, really,
It's
it's the same cheap plug that you would use for any I was about to say Motorola. Oh my goodness, I'm so old. What's that other one? Not iPhones. What's the other one? Android. The same charger that you would use for
no,
most
Ben, I
Android
tried
phones.
that.
No, what you got to do is remember our cameras you can't like plug up and use at the same time. You have to get like it's a battery attachment that goes.
That's what
in
I
the
was saying.
thing,
You
and
gotta
it
get
has
the
a
battery
cord on
with
it.
the cord at the bottom.
Got
That
it
leaves.
plugged
Yeah.
in
What
right
kind of
now,
camera you
y'all.
got, Ben?
I got the same camera and I got it plugged in right now. We'll talk logistics off air though.
Okay.
I'm about to say, hold on.
Because I'm like, hold on, because
That's
I
why I
tried to
never
plug
go.
mine
My
in and
battery
it
never
started.
goes
It
dead.
was overheating. It was
USB-C.
overheating.
Yeah.
Yes, the USB-C. It was overheating, and I was like, oh, so I can't utilize the camera while it's plugged in. I have to have the battery, and that's when I started using battery. Anywho, y'all,
How's
neither
it
here nor
feel,
there. We
Ben?
will talk logistics and we will talk who's right and wrong off camera because it seemed like Ben got a different one, but it's okay. It's all right. No, well, welcome. And good morning. And you guys, just tell me about your week. This week has been they just killing off folks. People passed away. It's been a long one. But before we get to that, I want to know how you guys' week has been so far.
You want to go, James?
Oh, sure.
You want me to go?
It's always you want to go, James. How about Ben? You start.
Yeah,
Okay,
thank you, bro. I
okay.
was about to say, how about Ben today?
Week has been good. The week has been it's been sad. We all lost. America lost our big brother, Theo. So we'll talk about that, I'm sure, in a minute.
Yeah.
But outside of that, it's been a good week, very productive week. I'm just, Rebecca, did you get enough to did you get to see the pregame show enough to see the vision? I know you knew the vision all along.
I see. I seen it. I definitely
that Saturday morning energy, like what we did this morning, what we've been doing lately, like that brings a week to a good close. So I'm hoping everybody can feel that vibe in the audience.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, Bubba, I need you to, Bubba, one thing before you do that. I think the camera's focusing on your lens. So let's, yep.
There it is.
Yep, there we go.
There it is.
There we go. He was a fairy. Yep.
Yeah.
He was
I was a fairy.
Yeah.
I was a fairy.
Tell us, Mr. Fairy, how was your week?
It has been a very interesting week. Like Ben said, we lost our big brother, then Ozzy Osbourne, and then the other person. That other person I used to be a fan of when I was younger until all this stuff came out. But yeah, other than that, it's been a crazy week. I mean, just all kind of stuff going on. It's too much. Did either one of y'all watch South Park?
Yes. Not the whole episode,
I
but
saw the clips. I didn't watch, but I did see the clips.
That's all you need to see. Jesus Christ.
I wonder if we could play it this morning.
And I know that allegedly, or what's being reported right now, is that Donald Trump, and in reference to what Bubba was saying about South Park, there was, they came back out and they, of course, had Donald Trump as one of the characters, of course. And so they were making fun or doing all the things that they usually do, and talked about the size of what he lacks, and they made their jokes. They got their jokes off. Donald Trump felt away, but not really about the total episode that they dropped. Like it was more so about them describing the size of his penis, and said that he would now be suing because of that. And they said a lot, but because of that part, allegedly reported. But we will talk about that as well. Are you done, Bubba? Because I want to talk about my week.
Yeah, I'm done. And that was it for me. It was
so my week was there was nothing so crazy about my week. Look, so my week. No, it was nothing so crazy about my week. I did experience loss, and I'm like, dang, loss just comes like nobody's business. My best friend's father, whom I grew up with, he used to be our ride to school. You know, he was a lot for us. He ended up passing away from cancer, but she did get to, you know, after the cancer diagnosis, she had him, you know, and got to spend time with him 4 or 5 years. So that's all of the pandemic, and so that was some news, and it kind of just had me thinking about, you know, my own, because I was already supposed to go home. Remember I told you about my mom's surgery. I was already supposed to go home and take my dad to his eye surgery. So I'm going to go and do that for him. And then the next day head on out to her father's funeral. But we did, you know, she's very strong. And I love her, mean it. And her dad was a great, great man. Did a lot for us. Once again, when my daddy said he wasn't taking me to my dance class rehearsals because he didn't understand what it was, her dad was the one that did that. When we were supposed to go to the dances at the school, my parents was like, what the hell is that? What's she talking about? What are these dances? And her dad was the one to pick us up in his taxi, drop us off in his taxi. So shouts out to her father and all the great that he is. I remember when he bought her first car. This is crazy. Her dad is a mechanic, and he taught her how, because it was the first car. And back then, you wasn't getting brand new cars. You was getting the cars, you know, off the lot or off the corners they were selling.
That was just sitting there.
2,000, whatever, you know. And so her dad was like, "We're gonna see if you're responsible enough to have this vehicle." So I remember it was dangerous, but we would do it. We would drive the car, and then there was 2 little things that we had to put together, and oh, we back on, baby. And we
wait.
Like hot
wiring the car?
Yeah, like hot wiring. I swear. This is such like true story. We was like hot wiring the vehicle, and her dad was like a mechanic, and he taught her to like do that. And we were going to and from high school for a couple of months like that. We would hot wire the car to get it started. Sometimes in the middle of us driving, we just pull over, ding, 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 and we headed on out. We was on that, but her dad was that guy. So it was a lot, you know, to have to deal with. But at the same time, I'm just like, she's being really strong, and I thank God that she had the time with her father that she did. And so that's what I'm going to do. But the thing is, I went online and looked for tickets. Why they so? Weren't they just talking about that people don't want to fly no more, so they made tickets like $1? Now, baby, I look at them tickets to get home to go support my friend, baby. They was $700.
$700. Leaving when?
$700 to go down to Palm Beach. I said, okay, what we usually do is we fly into Fort Lauderdale. So it was $699 to fly to Fort Lauderdale. And then I looked and I said, I don't want to go to Miami. Nobody likes to fly into Miami Airport. That's not true. Nobody likes to fly into Miami.
Fort Lauderdale or nothing.
I looked at Miami. Yeah. I looked at Miami and I said, oh.
You flying into Miami.
You just gotta reach there, do a layover, but you're gonna get there. Do a layover. You're gonna get there in the middle of the night and just hope somebody is available to come pick you up from the Miami Airport. That's just, but I have to say, you know, a lot has been going on as always, and I was feeling super heavy as always, but I'm fighting through all that stuff. But I think about what's been going on, the loss of people, not only people who are my loved ones, but people who are, you know, people that we looked up to, watching them, and how this affects us. A lot of people who are like, that was just Theo. That was just Malcolm, you know, off of Malcolm and Eddie. That was just this, and I'm like, no, well, you know, the actor from The Residence. That's what everybody's saying about Malcolm Jamal Warner, who was the one that passed away earlier this week, drowning on vacation with his wife and his daughter. So many people were wondering, why are the millennials mostly being so sad about this? You have to understand, a lot of the people that we're losing right now are people that we grew up watching, but these are people who raised us in a way. And Malcolm was not only people who raised us, people can relate to them. So I'm pretty sure Ben and Bubba, you guys were able to relate age-wise and experience-wise. And within the show, that man fine to be that, he was fine. And Malcolm is somebody who people don't know was also the voice of the producer on the Magic School Bus. And at a very young age, y'all, the voice of the producer on the Magic School Bus. Also, Malcolm has, I think, Grammys, I want to say, for helping to produce music for various artists. Recently has a podcast that promotes mental health for Black men, talks about the stigma surrounding HIV, just a lot of things that Malcolm put out there and was fighting for, especially within the Black community. Wasn't somebody who was just talking, but always doing. And that's what we seen. A lot of people were just like, why y'all glorifying? It's not glorifying. It's, understanding that not only are these people that because when Michael Jackson died, that was a thing. All those things were things, but these people who actually played a part in what we watched, how we acted in anything. In my day and age, reruns of the Cosby Show were we watch reruns. It was on TV, so we were also enthralled into the whole Cosby characters and Theo. We got to feel who Theo was just as much as when the show first came out. I believe what was it, the 80s, and so the effect wasn't only from Theo; it was from Theo to The Resident, which was his latest work on Netflix. So I say all that to say life is precious. And I think about that all the time. And if you can get a chance to celebrate somebody, do so, celebrate yourself. But don't let life and how it's lifing prevent you from living. Yeah. And I think about that because right now, Jamal, Malcolm, calling that man Jamal. That's his middle name, but what's his middle name? Malcolm has passed, but his legacy lives on. But he can't take anything with him. Yeah, he's just not able to take those things with him. Experience and the people, everything that the people have said about Malcolm online has been nothing but positivity. And that's what he left behind. Yeah. But you can't take nothing with you. And if you experience life in a way where all you do is, if you're choosing to live and you're just making it by, but you're just so angry. Tabitha Brown said something like, have a good day, and if you can't, don't go around messing up other people's. And that is something I think is really important, because in your passing or in your life or in your living, you want to make sure that you're good enough. You're being good to yourself so you can be good to other people. And if you can't, step away so you can bring that back to yourself. But worrying is not gonna, you're almost gonna be pushing yourself to the end of your days. You're living your life every day to the end of your days, and you got to live. But everybody respects Malcolm. All the things I've been seeing around Malcolm's story, even though some of the stories were alleged and wrong as far as how he had passed, but the honoring has been very beautiful, which is not like Hulk Hogan, who spent his life hating people. And especially the ends of his life, hating people, racism, all of the things. He actually, this was a true story, thought that the person that was, I believe, passed away with his son or something like that. His son didn't pass away, but the person that passed away involving something about his son would reincarnate and attack him because they were Black. This is something that he really believed. So because he did people dirty, he couldn't live. This is what I'm trying to get to. Living his life was always as if it was the end of his days. He was worried about the end of his days. When you're nasty, you're just a bad person. When you're allowing life to make you a hardened, evil person, that's how you will live your life, and that's how it will be. You will affect people. And right there, we can see that everybody online was like, Hulk Hogan died.
Exactly.
From the store, Hulk Hogan died. Yeah, I mean, Hulk Hogan died. And what else is on TV? Did you see the news, the latest news? They didn't care. But you know who also got it wrong? US Weekly, I believe that was. I want to say it was US Weekly. I don't want to, but they allegedly, until I get that corrected, but A publication published a photo saying RIP to Cosby Show actor Malcolm Jamal Warner, and they put up Jaleel White.
What?
Come on. What's it
They
called?
put up Jaleel White, but here's the kicker. They had it on there. It was, and let me see, US Weekly. They had it on there for over 24 hours. So listen to me and listen to me good. They utilized the press around Malcolm's passing. And they knew if we post the wrong photo, it'll bring in a lot of traffic on this post. It had to be that, because all of the people who commented underneath it, and they still kept it up for over 25 hours. They still kept it up over 25 or 24 hours and kept up Jaleel's picture and said RIP. So here's the problem with that. These publications will use the likeness, the image of somebody else or whatever for clicks and for likes and disrespect, especially if it's a Black person. But we hardly really see those errors happen when it's a white person passing. So the disrespect to not only Malcolm, but to Jaleel. Absolutely not. Jaleel's still living. Okay? And I'm realizing that the clicks and the likes and all the things are becoming, that's the post, are becoming more where the more you get the clicks, the more money you'll garner. Because clicks are, of course, they equate a coin. And that's what happened. They left it up long enough to get as many clicks, to get as many things, and that is about it. After that, somebody who, I guess everybody was upset with this, people who were very much using Malcolm and what happened with Jaleel with US Weekly, they got it wrong. Because what they were doing is when Hulk Hogan died, they put Jaleel's picture and said Hulk Hogan just died and put Jaleel's picture. And I said, no, we're not going to do it that way. We're not going to do it that way because Jaleel is still living. If what we're going to do is put hate with hate, you're going to say Hulk Hogan died and put up a picture of the bounty hunter, right? That's what you're going to do. That's how you're going to do it. Stop using, and this is the same structure. You're gaining clicks the same way US Weekly did by doing it that way, while you're trying to think that you're trying to say that you're making a point. And you're not. And you're not. So put some respect on Jaleel White's name. And that's where I'm at with it. I'm sorry, guys. Go ahead. I ran my mouth for about an hour just now.
Go ahead, James.
My whole thing is the person that's behind their marketing or their PR or whoever did that, I'm just like, how do you mess that up? Getting goddamn.
It was on purpose.
That was definitely on purpose. Getting damn well that's not no Malcolm Jamal Warner.
Yeah.
You've been around long enough to know that. And if you don't, then if you've been under a rock that long, shame on you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Nah, for me, some of them just need their ass beat. If I just keep it like, because when you do stuff intentionally for money, you need to reap what you've sown.
Right.
And so whoever concocted that idea, the whole platform, somebody, anonymous need to crash their entire website, you know what I mean? A DDoS attack and just make them lose as much money as they gain by playing this game. But I want to circle back to Malcolm Jamal Warner. Who, by the way, was named after, I didn't realize he was named specifically, intentionally after Malcolm X. But there's a couple clips of him that I want to share. One of them real quick was the last post before he was on his way to Costa Rica, where he unfortunately passed away. Yeah. And just here, like, this brother was, what to me, what's special about this brother was the fact that he managed to be at the top of America's empire media, you know what I mean? To grow up on NBC, the biggest show in the country as a teenager in New York City, and not once did you hear a story of him like losing the plot, crashing out. He didn't have a redemption arc because he just held the line. Steady Freddy is a good, decent dude. And you don't see that hardly at all. Like how many children stars do you see grow up healthy, happy, and whole? But this brother did. Let's listen to him real quick.
Yeah. What's good? Yes, I got the flower in my hair. Today's my daughter's birthday. She put the flower there, so I'm rocking it. What? It's a beautiful day here in Atlanta. I just wanted to shout out and just spread some love and some good cheer. And you know, life is out here lifing, right? For me and for everybody else. But just wanted to remind you, as I remind myself, that no matter what's going on, there's always a reason to smile. Like if you just take a minute to stop and take stock, I guarantee you can find at least one reason to smile. And if for some reason you can't find a reason to smile, then that's probably the best time to be the reason for somebody else to smile. Find a smile for yourself and be a reason for someone else to smile. That's all I got. Listen to love. It's been a minute. Peace and love, and I'll be back soon.
Oh.
Whew. And if y'all don't mind, let me just share one more, because he talked about his legacy, and what he thought his legacy should be or would be. And what he said was it just floored me. Take a listen.
But also because my life, those former years were always about life beyond Cosby, right? So I feel like, okay, there's that legacy there, but then because I've had this full life, after that show, there's another lane of legacy that I get to leave, and I'm still working through that. There is part of me that I will be able to leave this earth, knowing and people knowing that I was a good person. And I talked to my dad. I talked to him yesterday, and what he said to me often, people love you, and people are always talking about, your career and your success and all of that. He said, but what really makes me the most proud is that you are a good person. I had it from my dad.
That's wonderful.
But I'm a good person because my dad's a good person. That's a whole nother thing. It is possible to walk through this world, and with all of the darkness in the world, it is possible to maintain your soul and be a good person.
It is. It definitely is.
Yeah. Man, we lost a good person there. This man died in a way, or passed in a way that was very tragic, but left behind so much great once again. And I just in hearing him speak about his family, I seen a clip of him speaking before what he thought that he wanted for his life, but when he gave it a chance and became a father and all the things, his perspective changed. And so seeing these clips go around and seeing the love attached. Now, talking about love, his ex had posted, see, this is how messy people want to be. The man just passed, right? And people don't understand that people have experienced other people. Is it okay because we have social media to say other things? It's like showing up to the funeral and being like, I once loved him too. It was giving those type of vibes. But Malcolm said hush. But one of the people that he used to be on the show, I think it was Malcolm Eddie. I think he dated them briefly. And the person was saying, I love you. I loved experiencing you. I loved you in my life. And a lot of people online tried to make that the center of his passing. Oh, he has a wife. He has a wife. He has a wife. Of course, he was with his wife, right? But people have loved him before. People have experienced him before. And the grieving of knowing that you loved someone and they passed, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. You can't even understand. So to make it about, social media will center and make the small stuff that's in your mind. Sometimes keep it in your mind, because if the wife ain't got no problem with it, she's mourning. So was this other person that once had experienced them and loved them. They're mourning. Yeah. And that's all to me that matters. I know that it may be a thing and maybe whatever, but people have experienced this person as well in different ways and loved him. And to hear of his passing, I'm pretty sure
Devastating.
was really tough. It was devastating.
Yeah. No, it's devastating to a whole bunch of people. And the one in the chat asked, okay, which channel is that, James? This space, this one?
Yeah, let me see if this is. Man, I don't know how to do this right, man. Because it's down in the tray, but it won't let me like share it.
Hang on. Is this? Let's see. Maybe it's this.
There you go.
Try that.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, my bad, man. Good. Anyway, that's all to bring that in now.
So the thing with me is, it is rare to be. I thought I hit play on that. Oh, that's the whole thing. Okay.
Yeah.
It's rare for someone to be in Hollywood as long as he was in Hollywood and be a good person. Somebody in the chat was like, was he trying to prove himself? Not trying to prove himself. It's just like at a certain point in your life, you look back and say, I might not have a whole lot of different legacy. I might not have a whole lot of this. I may not have a whole lot of that. But I managed to walk through this evil world and still be a good person and not take advantage of people and not, abuse. There was another clip, and I'm not going to play it here. I'll play it in another time, where he was with Teray. I don't know Teray's last name or if I even need to give his last name, but the journalist Teray. The one with the hair. And he was talking about how at the height of the Cosby Show, he was in New York City, and Teray was like, man, I bet you the women were throwing themselves at you. I bet you, you had the pick of the litter. Like Teray was really trying to gas him on and talk about like all of his exploits. And he was like, he said, I had access, but that meant I could be particular. He said that meant that I could be selective. I wasn't just running up on anything and everything all the time. And I sat back and I thought about that. I'm like, dude, this guy had literally he could have any woman that he wanted, but he chose to carry himself in a way that was honorable in Hollywood.
Right.
In the 80s,
that's why
and the
he
90s.
still looked the way he did.
Exactly.
Like what man that Ben he don't even look like he was on the Cosby Show at the ages that he was. To him being on The Resident and becoming the heartthrob when the younger generation experienced who he was. And so when you are good, it seeps through your pores, through your soul, through all of those things. But I'm sorry, and I said Teray Roberts. Teray Roberts is actually part of the TPH Ministries. That's Sarah Jakes Roberts' husband. I don't know why.
The one that's used to be on a news journalist. He used to be on MTV.
I know Teray. He's Haitian. He used to be on MTV. Was an MTV journalist. Now he be online saying some sideways stuff all day. But yeah, I know Teray. Teray's cool.
So I think it is. I think honestly, I think one of the most enduring things about his legacy is the fact that he was a black man in a system where, and this is not to knock, and I hate to do the comparison and the juxtapositions, especially when it's with black people, but you look at his arc literally compared to Bill Cosby. You could just compare it to Bill Cosby. I don't even have to bring in Will Smith and his whole story about how he was smashing so many women that he just got sick. He's just like nauseous to his stomach because he was sleeping with that. Like when you have access, and you have power and platform, and then you still choose to do the honorable thing, that is rare. And that's what I think is what he's saying there, not just in terms of women, but in terms of how he treated people, in terms of how he rode for the culture. He did not lose one step. In fact, he only deepened his connection with the culture. He didn't have the most famous career after the fact, but he also didn't go and sell out in order to get a career. He didn't step and fetch for nobody. He did not buck dance for anybody. What he did was he rode for the black culture to the very end. Everywhere he went, he represented black people in a way that he would be proud and in a way that we could be proud. So yeah, I think it's most significant for his memory to be that of a good man.
Yeah, even Cosby himself had, I think, spoken with
Yeah.
a journalist locally, and all he could say was good things. Even regarded
From the jail cell.
regard. He said that anytime he was on the show, he would go and study. He would go study his lines. He would go do schoolwork. He would go. That's what he would do, and make sure he was the best at his craft. And at a very young age, again, he was a producer. He took that time on the Cosby Show and did a lot with it. So, shouts out to the people who were blessed to have him and blessed to have stories about him. That so jealous because I feel like that you were blessed to have him in your orbit.
That was an era. I mean, think about that whole era is gone now.
Mhm.
And I got to get another clip. This one is from the podcast Reliving Single. Have you been seeing?
Oh,
any?
yes.
Oh my gosh, y'all. Yeah.
You know what clip I'm talking about?
With Sinclair and not Sinclair.
Max.
Why I keep saying Sinclair? With
You know I don't know their real names.
no,
Mac-
I'm getting their name. Maxine.
Maxine
and
Shaw and what was the
his-
other one?
And Kyle
Kyle
Barker.
Thank you. Kyle Barker. But why didn't I get it? I binge watched that show, but so many times. But yes, Kyle Barker and Maxine, right? Maxine et al. Maxine Shaw. So she
We're a thing,
talked about-
man.
because she didn't after. So find the clip as I just lead into it. But she actually,
You know I'm on it.
You can just listen. I can just listen to it.
Oh, you want to just hear it? Okay, go ahead and lead in. Go ahead and lead in.
I'll go ahead and lead it. So in this clip, these are how actors speaking about working with other actors. And in this, like you said, it was an end of an era specifically for them, because when they left, this was around the time where we had Living Single and then we had Friends. Friends was chosen first. Friends was chosen as the go-to, and there were no opportunities. And she's going to speak about this in this piece. There were no opportunities given to these people. So once they left the show, it was basically no contact, no relationship. I know that she did work with him, but then it was like that was her, because the relationship was so pure. That was her person when it came to comedy, when it came to like within the show, when it came to comedy, just when it came to knowing herself within the aspect of Hollywood. And she shares that with them, about that relationship and how, he was such a pivotal person in her life and affected who she was and how she thought about the space. And they share that moment. And I think that's how she's talking to him is how people feel about Malcolm as well.
Yeah. The other thing though, I want to make sure people, because I know you know this, but I want to make sure people know this. Friends copied off of Living Single.
Yes.
Friends came after Living Single. That's number one. The number two, they cut Kyle's role in the last season and brought in some, and again, I hate to, it's not pitting black people against black people, but the role that they had that brother play was kind of foolish, and it didn't represent the charisma and the style and what Kyle represented. They replaced him just like they got rid of James Evans on Good Times. They're going to always target a key black male role in particular and get rid of them. And this is what Maxine is reflecting on, how doing her job after that was almost impossible because of what they had together. Here we go.
Love and our brother. I missed you.
Oh,
You were my comedy partner.
yes.
And so doing things without you was weird.
Yeah.
I actually didn't even know how to be Max without you. Like it's part of her, the architecture of Max exists inside of a conversation and a duel with a man named T.C. Carson, who's playing Kyle. And it was like somebody might have just like take your twin, rip your soul out of you, and then say, go. And more importantly, as my comedy partner, like Fred Astaire needs his ginger, I just want to let you know that you were the best comedy partner I could ever have. And the fact that we are star-crossed in November 19th.
Oh, it's too many things.
It's too many things.
It's too many similarities.
So I just want to let you know, thank you for being that partner for me. And more importantly, our love and our brother. That you are outstanding and you continue to be.
Yeah.
See what they take. Look what they stole from us. Y'all see what they took from us?
Mm-hmm.
They constantly take these things. They can't let these archetypes, they can't let these characters remain, because it's too much. It's like we literally are what we see, whether people admit it or not. But what we view and what we consume in media is what we shape our lives after. Sometimes we reject an image, but sometimes we embrace it, right? And a lot of people grew up wanting to be like Theo. A lot of people grew up and they wanted to be downtown New York, living single, like the whole crew from Living Single. They wanted to be these people and they shaped their lives after them. And then on the other side, you have people who look and say, oh, I want to be Donald Trump. And they shape their lives after Donald Trump. But
Right.
look who they keep up and look who they take down. They take down the James Evans. They take down the Kyle Barkers. They erase, basically we can't even watch Theo. Like, where's Theo on television anymore? Like, that's gone. And part of that is because of Bill Cosby himself, but that's a whole different conversation. But look what they replace us with. You know what I mean? We don't have these shows anymore. What do we have? We have reality.
They do have sorry, I think they are replaying it on one of the channels. Like
what I'm saying, we don't have, what current shows do we have
that have those? No, we don't have anything, because that's on purpose. Look at the show, even if they're newer shows that are more innovative, that are more current, modern shows that center Black people, that have positive effects on us, whether it's shows where we are the investigators or we are just perceived in such a different way, a positive way. And when I say different way, because this is usually our regular lives, but we're perceived in positive ways. Those shows are usually canceled. Back then, they only wanted, it was one of those things where it was one space. And if we did have our Black, if we did have anything Black on television, our Black shows, our Black movies, but specifically our Black shows, they would put it in a way where we had to watch it at night. The same way, and we're going to get to this conversation too, but the same way that they did with gospel music and white Christian music. They would make white Christian music all day, and either on the weekends or at 11 p.m. At night, they would play the gospel, anything that was Black. And on television, throughout the week, we would get the shows like when he was older, the Malcolm and Eddie, the One-on-One, the All of Us, the Moesha.
Oh my gosh, when have you ever seen a Moesha come back?
The Parkers.
Come on.
All of these shows, would come on at nighttime. Even with Tyra Banks being a host of a show that we were all obsessed over. But anything that was Black related would come on in the night or like after hours, and we wouldn't get any playbacks. Once you saw it, that was it. That was it.
Now, I will say the shows that you named, a lot of those shows were primetime.
Yeah,
primetime being back in the day.
Considered
but now,
primetime, but came on at night on primetime television, but came on at night.
Like that's between that 7 to 9, 7 to 10 was the primetime.
And mostly not at 7, 8 p.m.
8 p.m.
Remember 8 p.m. on UPN before it was CW, it was UPN.
But even going to UPN from NBC, right? They narrowed it down lower and lower and lower and lower in terms of like how many collective, these used to be events. This used to be where everybody Black people all around the country would sit around and watch. I mean, millions of us would sit around and watch Cosby at the same time. And then we all talk about it the next day. Millions of people will watch The Different World at the same time, talk about it the next day.
And such a successful show. Sorry, Ben, but if we're talking about Living Single, it was such a success, but they were on prime time. They decided to go another route.
Break it up.
They decided to go with Friends. I worked in, what was that? The NBC Universal store. When I was back in my little days working in New York, and I worked in the NBC Universal store when I was interning for them, and they made us do slavery work. So working there and getting paid nothing, I saw how much people obsessed over Friends. They would come and shop for things like the couch. Pivot, when they were doing the couch and the couch got stuck. I watched that episode in real time, and I didn't think it was that funny. Sue me. And I watched Living Single again as an adult. Relatable still to this day. And I loved everything again, how the representation, you had a lawyer, okay, Maxine Shaw, attorney at law. You had a journalist, a magazine owner who had her own business, the ups and downs, and still made it work. You had a plumber who was very, see, niggas with mics. There was a plumber in the house that was making money, okay? Had a plumbing business, okay? And then you had what's her
Regine.
name? Regine, we know her. She was getting the man. She was doing what she needed to do. She was working her beauty. She was handling that. Also, an entrepreneur of all sorts.
She was OnlyFans before OnlyFans
She was
began.
OnlyFans before OnlyFans.
Terrible.
She did it very quietly and discreetly and honorably.
Yes, yes, very discreet.
She was going. If this was back in the day, she would have got that money in the proper manner that white lady had got from Shannon Sharp. But that's just back in the day. All she needed to do was be beautiful. Regine had it. Okay, yeah. She had it. But
Sinclair was
the one.
She was
she was so used to having everything and, you know, just being so sweet and having things together, ended up, you know, falling in these relationships that were just happening. But she went to school. She was somebody who was the cousin of I don't know nobody's name. The cousin of Queen Latifah.
Her name just escaped me.
Yeah,
what was Queen?
I'm not. Yeah, my mind is not there. But was the cousin of Queen Latifah, and I know the chat is eating me up over here. But literally, like, we had relatable moments, and nobody in this whole thing.
Khadijah.
What? Now, come on, Becky. But no, nobody in this whole show, you know, and you even look, Kyle's behind. An artist and a creative early on before what we see it as right now.
Well, actually, he was a Wall Street broker.
And a broker, made money, but remember he went through the phase. And
he was an artist phase, yeah.
And then My Funny Valentine.
Yeah, that
he still sings it to this day. He sings it up here, up the street right here in the city. He sang it, and I seen him sing it not too long ago. Yeah, he's still singing it. But
next time you see him, you make that connection, because I need to do some voiceover work with that brother.
Okay, absolutely. He's available. He's available. He been before he got connected with Tyler Perry recently. That man, he just be outside around town,
just chilling.
Yeah, he does a lot of jazz shows. You know, all of the things, very earthy, like very down to earth vibes, all the things. But that show, my point was they showcased Black people of a certain age, and especially these are coming out of college and finding their lives and living together the way that you be saying that people should do, man. Living together because they're living single, living together, figuring out their lives and doing it in a way where they can, even though they have all these great jobs and are taking all these opportunities, they're doing these things in a way where it's community.
That's right.
Community, learning from each other. There were different, they had fights and all this stuff, but they weren't being shown as poor, selling themselves or whatever. And if they did, it was always like a lesson learned or something.
Yeah. No, they again, I hate to always go so deep with it, but what America realized was, snap, there's a huge audience for money to be made off of Black people. Let's put up some Black shows. And so they put up Black shows that were just like good Black shows, authentic. Yeah. They had Black writers. They finally came along, got some Black writers. And it started well before Good Times, but I think Good Times was a really interesting flashpoint, because what's happening. That's when they started to realize, oh, wait a minute, we can't let people see not just a positive image of Black folks, but a positive image of Black folks who are surviving despite poverty. still had family joy despite poverty. You know what I mean? Despite living in the ghetto on good times, they still had a family unit. So they got rid of James. And then they saw you come forward to living single. You have all of these brilliant Black people representing, like you said, thank you for pointing out that Overton was a plumber, right? But he was a successful plumber, ran his plumbing business and had respect right next to his roommate who was a Wall Street broker. You know what I mean? And so you had all these intermixing relationships and complexities, and they all represented the most positive look of Blackness that could exist in the middle of an empire, in the middle of a nation that used to enslave us. Of course, they start ripping these things down, because as Black people start modeling that and having the expectation of that and seeing it visually every single week over and over and over again, that's a problem. That's a problem when you have a system that's built off of our destruction, not off of our success.
Yeah.
They say all this the Black shows starting to gain popularity and showing too much positivity. Just think about it. You had Family Matters, Living Single, it had the Cosby Show, Martin. It was so dang on many of them that when all that was going on, I'm like,
the
okay,
Fresh Prince,
the
Fresh Prince. Even, and if we're talking about like the shows that would come on Disney and stuff, like Raven, even the Black. I was thinking about this. Anytime we saw ourselves positively shown, even within predominantly white spaces, That's So Raven was a Black. Family Matters was great. But That's So Raven on the Disney Channel. We know Disney Channel to be white. And That's So Raven, Sister, Smart Guy. Those shows that came out, and they blessed my life so much, because in all of those shows, the father was working hard. The father was present. The mother was present. If the mother wasn't present, the father still did what he had to do and didn't look like a beat dad, whatever they call it. What is it? Deadbeat. Head going crazy today, but a deadbeat father or whatever. The Coop hanging with Mr. Cooper. All the things that we had in the space. It just showed actual Black living outside of what they tried to make us look like. Brandy. In Moesha, like all of this, I ain't even gonna front you. It's the Steve Harvey Show. These were things that we watched, and we can still watch back. There are shows that I didn't care for, but I still watched. But seeing, like, when I mentioned That's So Raven, I mentioned that because in the space, Raven came out and gave us something to look forward to, as okay, we got somebody Black in this space, not somebody that is ambiguous, right? We know she comes from the Cosby Show as well. She just has her presence throughout. But she made a really huge mark where she became the face of Disney at one point. The Black face of Disney, not just the Black face, but the face of Disney was Black at one point. It wasn't even Sister. Sister was huge, but Raven came and she took every spot, singing commercials, dance, clothing, all the things. When we got Cheetah Girls, the original Cheetah Girls came from the surrounding Raven. And they took a whole girl group that was already created and put it with Raven. And we got the Cheetah Girls. So she was a brand in herself. Call her what you want today.
She's still holding it down over at Disney.
Holding it down.
She's one of the key voice. She does so many voiceovers in Big City Greens and a whole lot of stuff. So like she's the reason I think Disney is still even relevant right now. Same
thing with A Different World. That woman who played, I forget who does the voiceovers as well. Does Susie? Does all the different
the one from Tiny Toons as well. She did that voice. What was her name? When I tell you,
Cree Summer.
Oh, and it was so good seeing her at Abbott Elementary too.
And you know what's interesting? These people don't get enough credit. People will be like, oh, everything on TV. When we grew up, we had a mix of everything on TV. We would know where we can see ass shaking on this day. We would know where we can find some good family Black content. And I'm talking about before Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry is not the creator of good family content. There was a time where he came in for some good family content, some good family movies. And now he's actually the supplier of the opposite
mess
these days.
Of the mess.
Yeah, it's crazy. And so, but he has, I'm not gonna lie, That Project Straw, very good. 10 out of 10. Will recommend. Divorced Sisters is better than the rest of the sisters thing that he's doing. Was a team of ancestors itself. It still needs some help. But Tyler Perry, you know, doing what he does, we can't just it's because we lean so much into Tyler Perry as our God. All throughout, you see the things that we named, and these are different generations over time that we all can say we watched. We all can say we can run upon. These days, the things that are out or the things that are trying to be that they're forcing us to consume are things that don't make us look good. There are things that actually are not our actual living. Are they stereotypes that are brought to life? And sometimes through the eyes and the lens of someone who looks just like us? Crazy business. But also, we're seeing so much where we can't even control how we're being seen, that the younger people believe that's the only way that we're being seen.
Yeah.
That's the only way. That's the only way we are. And they go with it. So problematic that we're absolutely seeing this problem leak into the realm of AI and the stereotyping that AI does when it comes to Black people. I have not seen a bill. And when I say the Cosbys, I'm talking about the Cosby Show itself, not Bill Cosby. We know we don't do Bill Cosby, but the Cosby Show itself and what that brung. I am not seeing any AI that's made that relates to that. When we're talking about, like, if we want to, because they're trying to bring up the 2000s vibes, I'm not seeing anything like Raven or Moesha or the Parkers or anything like that shown when it comes to AI. AI is depicting all Black people as hood. I seen they put in a Christian church the AI depicting a man with like his whole groin area as a pastor, and it looks very real speaking, and it's stuff that's not biblical, like just made it such a thing where everybody online believed it to be real. I seen where they had a young girl doing a facial thing, and they made it sexualized. Like I seen where a commercial took a full picture, somebody else's picture, an artist, a photographer's picture, and put it within their commercial, depicting Black people as whatever they were trying to depict it as. I see where you see men, and the Black men are either going to be sexualized as well, or looking or sounding a certain type of way. And the truth is, we grew up, that's why our accents were very, very, very authentic growing up, because we seen it, everybody depicted and shown as they were, or, you know, as we know in our living to be, where it was very relatable. Now everything is one way and one way only, and it's the way white people see Black people, and that's how we're seeing it shown, and that's how we're seeing younger Black folks just run into and become themselves. Sorry.
It has also become another way that white folk can make money off of Black folks without paying Black folks money. Right. So they're making Black images, Black models, Black everything, Black culture, and they're using AI to do it. And so they get to steal our culture without even paying.
Absolutely.
That, you know, it's not that they ever paid us well in the first place, but now they get to take it and not give us anything. But I want to circle back to the other thing, like the representation that we see online now. Just look at, and sometimes we like shows just because they're shows. Look at Bel-Air versus Fresh Prince. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, the original, versus Bel-Air, the remake. And I know everybody was like really interested in it because it went viral at first as just kind of an idea of a dramatized version. But they've taken the story and they've made like everybody like kind of twisted, except for Will's character, right? They made Carlton a drug addict. They made the whole thing is hypersexualized. I mean, it's like really. And then you take another show like All Stars. I don't know if you've ever seen that on, I think Netflix or one of these platforms, and it's like they've remade what the aspiration for Black people can be, to not be a healthy family but a broken family. To not be successful and happy, but to be successful and miserable, right? And so they've taken out all of the redeeming values of what the, you know, not that the shows back in the 90s were perfect. Certainly
No,
the
they
people,
weren't.
and the people weren't perfect, but what they were communicating and transmitting to us was something that was aspirational. And now the aspiration is to be rich and miserable, to be rich with a broken family, to be rich
On
and
drugs.
on drugs. Yeah. So that's what they're selling us now.
Somebody asked in the comment, why are they talking about AI so often? We're
Are they
talking about-
are they talking about us talking about AI so often, or
I don't know.
I don't
So-
think so.
about that?
Okay, look,
How
y'all
did you
just
take it?
oh, okay. That's how I read it. Why are we talking about AI?
Yeah,
so often?
I wasn't sure.
Frizzle 4, I just want, if you are talking about us, I think it's important that we actually do, if that's where you were going with it, that we actually do have the conversations when it comes to AI, because who's controlling AI are white people. And they're taking our likeliness and monetizing off of it, capitalizing off of it. And they are showing Black people the way that they view us or the way they want us to be received in the world. And that's it. It's one way and that's it. You're not going to see you're not going to see an at-home Black woman who is dressed a certain kind of way, takes care of the children, even though I don't want that to be a thing, but we don't see them that way. We're going to see, even if it's an at-home mom, someone talking in a certain way, nails probably like mine, or, you know, and having an accent and sexualized. I've seen the white AIs and they have jobs. They're not going to show them as a white couple at a Coldplay concert committing adultery. They're not going to do that. They would never do that. But they would have Black people out here cussing out somebody at McDonald's, saying, "That's why you ain't pick up the baby, why you ain't do all that." And it's AI. And you know who put that out and put it together? A white person who put that prompt into the AI to create it, because that's how they perceive Black people. And what's going to go viral? It's going to cause Black people to start having conversations underneath that post, underneath that video. And we're going to be talking about us, how we look at us, how we view us, and how, you know, we're going to believe that it's real. I remember when AI first came out, they used to force people to put this is AI, or there was a fourth, there was an extra finger, or there was something to make you realize
8 fingers, right?
You had to do that. You had to do that on the end. Now then there's Donald Trump
One
said,
with Obama.
Yeah, the other day, he was talking about how recently that it's woke AI. You know, he doesn't want AI. He wants AI to be as free as it's possible, but he also does not want it to have like liberal things or talk to people in a certain way. He says he doesn't want it to be called artificial anymore because it's not artificial. He wants it to be just, it's an intelligence, and he just wants it to be that. No rules, nothing surrounding it, and just making it free for all to create, but also limiting it at the same time about its liberal thoughts. And liberal to him is when it's the AI is actually computing things and saying, you know what, Trump is wrong. He considers that to be a liberal thought. If Trump is saying that the babies in Gaza should be obliterated, should be flatlines, and you put that into ChatGPT, and ChatGPT says, I'm sorry, no, Trump is absolutely wrong. Donald Trump is saying that response is a liberal response, and we have to stop, you know, associating ourselves with that. And, you know, yeah, but if you have that clip in, I think you said you were going to pull it up.
They're not the original. For some reason, I thought it would be easy to find.
That was me just talking until you pulled up.
I missed that one.
Let's find it.
Go ahead, James.
I was about to say, I sent you a clip too, Ben, about this AI, because it's really getting out of hand real bad.
Is it playing now?
No, it's in Twitter. It's in Twitter.
Okay.
Boy, if you don't drop these things in the chat,
man, I can't. It never dropped right. And where you drop it at?
Either one is fine. Wait a minute, I'm lost now.
Because when I try to drop in the head, it like never shares or shows up.
Oh, there we go.
I found the clip though, Ben, for you.
I mean, this one has sound too, Ben.
Is the sound not up?
Nuh-uh.
Real, but it's all AI.
One more time. Let's try.
In a stunning development, Canada has declared war on the United States. Let's go to Joe Braxton, who is live at the border.
I'm currently at the border, but there is no war. Mom, Dad, I know this looks kind of real, but it's all AI.
Thank you for
Grandpa,
sharing
I'm
this.
fine. This is just AI. You don't need to wire money to anyone. I am not in love with you. And I do not need your money for a plane ticket. I am AI.
This fake moon landing footage isn't classified. It's AI.
You're probably wondering how I got rich with crypto. The truth is, I didn't get rich off crypto. I don't even exist.
You might be able to tell this is fake now, but it's going to keep getting better.
We're all AI.
There could be aliens, but I'm not one of them. I'm AI.
An herbal supplement did not cure my cancer. I'm not even real.
Uncle Fred, the government has not been taken over by lizard people.
You don't need to send us $5,000 in gift cards because you missed jury duty.
Grandma, it's not real. It's AI.
It's AI.
It's AI.
Bro, it's AI.
Fake faces.
Real consequences.
Think before you trust.
Okay. Ben, I dropped that. I dropped. Oh.
It was all made with AI too. So can we even trust?
Sorry, I thought I muted it. Oh,
I dropped the link that Donald Trump had shared 5 days ago that included former President Barack Obama.
Let's run this one. Boom, boom, bam, boom, and this one. Oh, let me just mute that so we don't get unnecessarily. So this is. And this is what Trump. This is what Trump shared from his page. See, thing is though, they think they know it. Here's a reason we talk. Another reason we talk about AI so much on this channel is quiet as it's kept. I'm the god of AI, folks. Not God. But I'm the god king of AI. They haven't seen anything in terms of what we could do. They're impressed by these little videos. And
they don't want us to have it.
They don't.
Yes. So y'all just stay tuned because we gon' and I think here's the other thing. We on the left absolutely better start using AI. I know that it is detrimental to the environment right now. I know two things about that. Number one, it does not have to be detrimental to the environment right now.
Right.
They're intentionally building it that way because they're maximizing their profits. AI literally does not have to be as detrimental to the environment as it is. That's number one. Number two, if we leave it in the hands of the right and conservatism and MAGA and fascists, they're going to continue doing two things: destroying the environment with it when it doesn't have to, but then destroying society with it because that's how they're using it as a tool. If we don't get out there and get in front of using AI the correct way, then that's checkmate for humanity. And I'm serious. Like there's no, look at how Israel is using AI in Gaza. They literally have 100% surveillance over Gaza. There's no movement that can take place in Gaza because they have satellites, drones, and those satellites and those drones are intersecting with or intertwined with AI. And so they can track every person's face. Every one of those 2 million people that are starving and dying right now, they know where they are. They know their face. They are able to track it because they have AI. And then they also use it to target people. They're using artificial intelligence to make decisions about targeting. And then the drone automated goes out and kills that person. So it's not even just soldiers now that are killing people. They're using AI with drones to go and kill people. This is not going to go the other way. It's not going to turn around and go backwards. It's only going to go forward. And if the left and we don't get in front of it and gain control over it, then that's checkmate, folks. There's no coming back from a society like that.
No, and that's true. So as much as I don't like how AI to me limits a lot of people's creativity in my perspective. But I do think that if we don't get on it, because the same way everything, the technology has grown, people thought the internet wasn't going to be the internet. Remember? People thought we weren't going to have social media. People thought that we weren't going to, that little chip that we were using, now it's the tap. Everything has changed and you are going to have to start using it. AI is now being a part of jobs, like job requirements when it comes to what you're going to do. And so get on it. It doesn't matter. Get on it. Now, don't do it to create your whole sermon. I've been hearing a lot of people's sermons sound exactly the same on Sunday
Come on.
mornings.
Come on.
If you don't know your word and you can't, and you don't at least just let ChatGPT check it, but you actually letting it write up. And I heard the same sermons a couple of times. But not to y'all, but honestly, figure out how it can help you make a coin before it's put in a position where you ain't got no access to it, or you don't know how to use it, and it's the only thing that we have no control on how fast this thing. It just got in our hands, and mind you, it's been out for a long time. It just got into our hands, and now it's everywhere. I can tell ChatGPT
Scripts.
tone. I can tell the scripts. I can tell the commercials that use it. I can tell from the things that I'm watching right now how it's used within acting and how they talk. And because a lot of them, they're not looking for the actors now who come from those areas or who can change their voice that way. They're just telling ChatGPT to write in what is the way children speak today. And now everybody and everything is sounding the one way. But outside of that, that's not stopping people from using ChatGPT from building a business or from learning formulas or from some people use it for therapy as therapists. And I don't really like that too much, but some people don't have anybody to talk to. They're learning from it what they could learn for God knows how much that they can't pay for through ChatGPT. Courses are being made. So if you don't get on and figure out how to make it work for you so that you can work in the world, because in the next few years, as fast as it came, it will become the primary thing that we use. I know people are like, stop making that a thing. Y'all was saying that when it came to the internet.
Come on.
Y'all was saying that when it came to vehicles and the touch screen. Remember? Y'all was saying all these things and they were forced on us. In some parts of New York, I remember reverse cameras was not a thing when it came with the cars. So they made it a law because of the car accidents that happened there, where you had to purchase the rear view camera. They made it a law, and now all cars basically are built with it.
James, were you about to say something?
Oh no, I was about to say I'm about to start taking prompting classes because I've been starting to use it my damn self, and just seeing some of the stuff that it comes up with, like, okay, if you knew how to put the right prompts and do everything like it's supposed to, like, you really can build you an empire.
Oh, absolutely. People are using it for I've seen people who started using ChatGPT and they've made so much money from how it's prompted them to curate their pages and things like that. Yeah. Now, again, do I think it's okay to whatever? But sometimes you need a little push. You need a little help for them people who need to figure out how to put, like, okay, I have this idea. I don't know how to put it together. ChatGPT will give you a couple of, is this what you mean? Is this what you mean? It will. And remember, just a year or two ago, I was like, hell no to ChatGPT. It's forced itself in a space where I got to recognize what ChatGPT is doing, what it is, but I got to recognize where AI can benefit me and how I can use it, because white people are using it. Then once they have it in their hands, they're going to use it as
let me get more specific. It's not just that white folks got it. White supremacists have it.
White supremacists.
Fascists have it. Let me answer these couple questions. What does it mean to gain control? What is gain control? Number one, the left needs to have public AI. An AI that is not corporate owned for the service of capitalism at the expense of the environment. Nobody on the right, nobody currently in America, nobody on the face of the planet except DeepSeek. DeepSeek has a version that I think is going to be useful, but that's a whole different conversation. That's over in China. In the United States of America, they are never going to move in the direction of public access, public owned artificial intelligence. Why? Because the government just put $500 billion into it. Let me answer this next. So when I say get control over it, I mean get ahead of it in use.
The $29 billion that he just said he gonna put into
$500 billion. $500 billion into AI.
That's a different number. That's a lot of money.
$500 billion. So folks, it's not going anywhere. Number one, $500 billion has been invested. Number two, they've just banned every state on the state level from regulating AI by any means.
Yes.
So there's no regulation that's going to be allowed for the next decade over AI from the state level. It is a free for all. Number three, they are all underneath the control of people who are directly aligned with MAGA. Sam Altman over there at ChatGPT, he is just grabbing at the nutsack of Donald Trump so he can get that $500 billion. So if we don't, when I mean getting control over it, I mean, number one, use it better than everybody else and start using it now better than everybody else. Number two, convert that into collectivizing a public AI platform. But then let me address this one. That's what I mean. Ben seems somehow obsessed with AI. We need to use AI, etc. No, it needs to be either regulated or banned. It can't be salvaged. And I don't really know how long you've been a supporter, and I appreciate you being here, but this is just ignorant. The reason this is ignorant is because I remember when the automated self-checkouts came out, and my thought was they got to get rid of this because it's going to take away jobs from the workers. And then I realized, duh, that's what they intend on doing. You can't turn around and say, oh, look, here is an evil thing that's being done and being done to us, and then say, okay, we got to stop it. But the entire system is saying we're not stopping it. We're going further and we're going faster. And then to sit back and say, no, it needs to either be regulated or banned. They just put $500 billion into it, and they just said that it won't be regulated. So how does this position as a talking point or even a thinking point do anything other than push you in a corner and say, I don't like AI? Okay. Your job is going to be replaced. The environment is going to continue to be destroyed because the people who have control over it intend on destroying the environment with it. What do you do in that scenario? Get into a corner and say, I don't want to use it because it's evil. Or do you say, okay, if this is the new playing field, if this is the new chessboard, then we beat them at it. That's not obsession with it. That's being rational about the possibilities of the present. I'm sorry.
Oh no, that's perfect. I think that's a great place to end the AI conversation because there's two more stories I really want to get to. But to be honest, I was anti-AI and I still am. If it was to me in my house, nobody would use AI. But we have to make sure that the way the world is going, we don't get left behind. And we have to utilize the same tools that they're going to use, white supremacists, or these big old corporations and these, how Ben calls them, the oligarchs and all of this. They are using them to replace people. Also, they are using them to take our likeliness and capitalize off of it, or to spew out misinformation. And we have to learn it so that we can combat it. And we also have to learn it because this is going to be the way of life very, very soon. Because in 2020, when it dropped, everybody was skeptical. And there were so many different names and stuff for it. And now it's that. I wish we can ban it. I wish it could be banned, but we're already past that stage. We're already past that.
We're so past that now. It's not going anywhere, y'all.
Folks, the federal government just put $500 billion, not $500 million, $500 billion into artificial intelligence and said that the states can't regulate it. It will not be banned. Asking for it to be banned is almost like asking for us to get off fossil fuels at this point. The system is so ingrained in it, we have to beat them at it. That's it. I don't know. I mean, y'all can shout. I'm not one for shouting at the walls, man. I'm not one to go out in the wind and just shout at the wind and feel better because of it. Nah, man, we got to do something about it. And the way to do something about it is to take, you know what? I'm gonna say less. Y'all watch what we do with it. Watch what I do with it.
Okay, so mind you, use it safely. Whatever. AI, we're still gonna have the conversation, and I'm going to actually do a video about how it is actually environmental racism, how they're using it for that and where it's going. And if we don't take control of it, that's all it's gonna be. It's very hurtful. AI is hurtful to Black people, but not because we're not using it or anything. It is. Go ahead, Ben, because I see.
I'm not gonna crash out today, but I need to help y'all again. In what way are we wrong about the issue of the situation, the lay of the land? Please tell me how AI is going to be banned. Please tell me how we're going to walk this back. Asking us to ban AI, like we could just go and flip the switch. Oh, we're going to all go to Washington, D.C. and protest against AI, and they're going to listen to us and cancel AI, as opposed to how they're using AI in Gaza. They're more likely to use AI to kill all of us with drones than they are to cancel AI. So I just, this whole thinking on the left, this thinking has to go. It has to stop because it's self-destructive, it's self-defeating, and we're going to end up in a corner saying we don't want to use technology. Meanwhile, they're using technology to destroy us. If that's the route y'all want to go, I'm not going to be in that club. I'm going to use technology to protect my family, to protect my people, and to fight back against people who are using it to destroy everything, including the environment. If there was a way, and I'm going to say this real quick, and I'm going to leave it alone so I don't crash out. If there was a way that we could take all of this AI that's currently destroying, for every prompt, here's how bad it is. For every prompt, you're pouring out a bottle of water. Did y'all know that? Every prompt you use on AI, it pours out a bottle of water. There are 100 million people who are using ChatGPT for every single day. Can you imagine how many prompts that is? So is it destructive to the environment? Absolutely. But not doing it, using it as an individual, is that going to do something? That's like you using a paper straw thinking you're saving the environment. No. Here's the alternative. There's absolutely a way to use and build AI that does not require that kind of destruction. Do you think MAGA and the right wing is going to go that route? No. So who has to go that route? Those of us who know better and actually care about the environment. But you don't get that. You don't go there by getting into a corner and say, I think they should ban it. Folks, come on, man. We gotta be nimble in our thinking.
And I want to read this comment from Ali real quick. It says, AI kept me alive during an eating disorder relapse. It's a tool, helpful or harmful, depending on the hands holding it. And that's what it is.
Period.
Depending on hands that's holding it.
I agree. And that's a good point
this is a great point from David Morris. In the environmental sense, it's like crypto.
Yeah,
it is. Crypto is one of the most devastating things in the environment that ever came around. Do you think they backed down from it? No, they just put the Federal Reserve just invested into crypto, y'all. Come on. We're not going to beat them by saying and swearing that it's bad. We know that it's bad, but that doesn't mean that we sit back and just let it continue being bad. We have to do something about it.
Absolutely.
You better jump in there, Rebecca. Go on to that next story.
I'm trying to get on it. With that being said, thank you for the discourse on it. We are still going to continue to discourse throughout this time, just to at least prepare us on how to use it. Right. My views are changing on it every single day, and how to protect Black people pretty much when it comes to AI, and how we can use it as a tool to save ourselves as well. Now, and then also you got to stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Okay. Remember the internet. So we went from a CD that they were sending us in the mail.
And then Netflix came.
And when the CD at first
was actually free for everybody, and we didn't even know it. And they took it, and now we pay for it. Okay.
And I'm about to say, and when the CD, I'm gonna go back.
I was laughing at it when it came on the big booty computer.
It was a floppy disk.
Oh yeah, Lord.
Yes.
It was a floppy disk. 3.5 millimeters.
People wasn't paying attention to the floppy disk. And then it went to a CD. It was all nice and shiny. And we were re-upping because they were sending it for free because they knew what it would become in the future. AOL was sending us the damn CDs for free. We never called them to order it. They were sending it to our homes for free. Forcing us
they wouldn't stop sending them.
But they forced people who didn't have a computer to purchase a computer.
Yep.
So let's be for real. Let's talk about it. Okay. Anywho, with that being said, we have to find tools to be able. We have to find tools to be able to combat white supremacy, white supremacists. There are platforms. And Ben, these next two stories I'm going to talk about, Bubba, these next two stories I'm going to talk about, they're going to be talking about the problem of platforming, right? We're going to talk about it in the gospel community, and we're also going to talk about it within politics itself. And it actually goes hand in hand in some way, shape, or form. But this first one I want to talk about is Jubilee, the platform Jubilee, which platforms Nazis and white supremacists, and they have conversations with political leaders, journalists, political public figures, and usually ones that are on the opposite end of whoever's in the room, of the group of people they're talking to. And so in this one, there's actually a few clips, and I grabbed one. I want to say I grabbed one from the latest of Jubilee with Mehdi Hassan. So with this one, I think is the daughter. No, it's not. Let me pull it up for real. With this one, I believe it's the daughter of well, I actually want you guys to just watch it before I even say it. So Ben, I'm gonna drop the clip right now in the chat. And before I even say it, because it sells itself. So Mehdi Hassan is speaking to these people who are opposed to immigrants, education, mostly about immigrants. They center the conversation about immigrants because they see a brown person in the room. If you guys don't know who Mehdi Hassan is, he's a public figure, journalist within politics, and just
video not coming up on that link, Rebecca.
You say the video's not there?
Yeah, the conversation
is
there.
Oh, my bad. Let me go pull it. This my comment right there. Let me pull it up. Hold on, right here.
And while y'all doing that, I gotta run, y'all. I gotta
go, Mike.
Oh, love you, mean it.
And this, I wanted to get into this conversation because when I tell y'all I've been watching these series and they have just been some of the stuff I'm glad y'all showing it because I actually was gonna send y'all that because it really pissed me off.
Make your blood pressure go up, won't it?
That white boy that sat in that chair is like, yes.
Oh, the white boy that
in the juice.
I'm gonna find more clips. I'm finding more clips, but go ahead.
I love y'all. Mean it.
All right, man.
Y'all Thursday, Be It Bunny Chronicles. All right, love y'all.
Love you. Mean it.
Whew.
Oh, I put it in the chat.
All right, here we go. Let's go.
And so here's a piece of the Mehdi Hassan.
It keep coming to your comment.
Oh, here's a piece of the Mehdi Hassan Jubilee. I want to say the segment. He was the latest to come onto their show, and if you guys know the Jubilee platform, that's what they do. They'll put people with opposing views speaking to a leader, and usually you'll see like candidates who are running for something go sit and speak with people, even journalists who work on different various news networks. You'll see like public figures, and you'll see them sit in the seat, and they could be on either side of it, but they'll be in what's called like the hot seat, and they'll be speaking to randoms. And I say randoms because it's like constituents, people of the world, who will sit and speak with them. But the clip that I sent you, which is in the chat, I want you to play that first, and then I want you to head over here.
It's coming up to your comment, Rebecca.
The second one that I put in there?
Yep, hang on.
Oh, never mind. It might be still coming up to the comment.
It keeps going to your comment. Now, that could be if they took down the video, maybe.
They didn't, because I'm looking at it right now. And I really want you to play that. Can you pull up it on the threads on
Yeah, well, yeah, I'll show you what it's showing me. Hang on. I'll show you what it's showing me. This is the last link that you just sent me, right? It just keeps coming to your comment.
Oh wow. Is it not there anymore?
Look at you getting all that
Oh yeah, I go viral variously on Threads.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm not even on Threads. Well, I'm trying to like it.
Yeah. Oh, you're not on Threads. That's why, Ben.
Oh, Feminista Jones. I ain't seen Feminista Jones. Is that where she hiding at?
Yeah, Ben. That's why you ain't on Threads, bro. That's why you can't see the video.
Oh, okay. Yeah, nah, I don't do Threads. It's too many.
Let me go find this video for real. Continue with your life. Play some of the clips, and we'll go.
Yeah. I get some of these other clips on here. Hang on a second, because
Ben ain't on Threads, y'all. That's why.
Yeah, I mean, there's just too many platforms. Like we got tired of being on every platform. I'm on most.
Oh, because and I also want to talk about that particular man on there that was speaking to him. But before we do that, I really want you to play the clip. We'll play another clip, and I'm going to tell you what happens when you platform these people.
It was the daughter of an immigrant, right? I remember her, and which was crazy because I could tell she was an immigrant. She was a child of an immigrant, within the first 3-4 words she said. I'm like, oh,
yeah, people were saying, we'll talk about that too. It's
her accent was, she couldn't hide her accent, which is cool. I think accents are beautiful, right? I ain't one of those people, but when you over here trying to attack immigrants and you ain't but one generation, here she go.
Okay, yeah. I hope it plays the whole.
Employ many American citizens, both naturalized and the ones born here.
And
I employ
my
Americans.
my parents came
Americans as defined by you.
My parents came as immigrants to become naturalized, so I'm not necessarily opposed to immigrants.
So you're the child of immigrants.
Correct. I'm a child of immigrants. I was born
But you don't
here.
accept that immigrants are Americans.
Not at this moment.
So your
because-
parents are not Americans.
Not at this moment.
So hold
no,
on, your parents are
they're
not Americans.
citizens. They became naturalized.
You just said you can't be citizens by being naturalized.
No, I was born here, and I'm not
Yeah,
opposed
you're born
to
here, right?
naturalization. I
But
never
are your
said that I'm
parents-
against naturalization.
Are you against naturalization?
No, I never said I was against
You did.
naturalization.
You began. You're very. Everyone was here. They can play it back on YouTube. You said Americans or immigrants. Are your parents Americans or immigrants?
No, my parents are United States citizens.
But they're immigrants. You said.
No, they came here as immigrants. However, but
So they
I
are
want to make the
immigrants.
claim
You
that
said,
we cannot
I came
even,
here as an immigrant. I'm
but
an immigrant.
at this point, when they came, the United
People
States
aren't happy with the way
economy,
this is going for you.
the United States economy was not at.
It's better now. The American economy is better than it's been
Not
for
from
many
the-
years.
not from the
And I can say
statistics
that
I
as someone
see.
who
We
doesn't like
have-
Donald Trump.
We're
Which
giving
statistics are you
millions
seeing?
and billions of dollars
Which
to
statistics
people
are you
of
seeing?
minorities as well as
The reason the economy is doing badly now is because Donald Trump's tariff policy. Nothing to do with migrants. In fact, the
They can't even
congressional.
start businesses.
I'm an immigrant. I started a business. In
No,
fact-
I
in
understand
fact,
because the SBA
immigrants
is
are-
giving people
immigrants-
billions
I didn't
of
take any
loans. They're
loans
giving
from
them
SBA.
billions.
I didn't take any loans.
I'm not
from
saying you
SBA.
did, but I'm
Okay, well,
saying
I'm
that
saying I did.
statistically speaking, they're giving billions of
So
loans
should we
to
do
these people.
statistics? According to statistics, immigrants are 80% more likely to be entrepreneurs than native-born Americans.
Sure,
They're more likely
absolutely.
to start
No,
businesses
I'm aware of
and
that.
hire Americans.
No, I'm aware
Right?
of that.
Immigrants
but
are
we
more
also-
likely to pay in taxes than
Yeah.
take out in benefits.
And
They're more likely to add to innovation and jobs and wages. This is what the statistics show. The Congressional
I
Budget Office.
understand- I
Let me just finish my
understand
point and then let you come back
Okay,
in.
go
The
ahead.
Congressional Budget Office, which is bipartisan, Republicans and Democrats both use it. They have said that the immigration surge that you mentioned will lead to an extra $9 trillion of GDP over the next 10 years. That amounts to $65,000 per American household. That's $65,000 for each and every one of you holding up a red flag.
Ooh.
Okay, I understand that, but
pause.
That man, Manny is so he one. First of all, he is one of the most brilliant debaters I've ever seen ever in any time period. Like, you know, I watched
Brilliant on the spot.
Oh my goodness! But he's also petty as hell.
Petty, and I love it.
I love
That's
it.
the listen on the spot. I say that to say when I watched this, and I wish we had the beginning of the conversation because how it led in was very much, you know, why do you think immigrants are supposed to be here when they're taking our jobs? They're doing this, da, da, da. You know, you would have never. She never said, but it's her. It's people don't understand the proximity to whiteness. It makes you believe that you are better than, and you will always be better than Black and brown. You know why? America puts that belief into people. So for her proximity to whiteness with her immigrant parents moving here, because everybody want to talk about Ellis Island. Yo, Ellis Island behind people still thrives better than the Black people who came here, forced themselves on here, or not forced themselves. They were forced here as slaves. So you saying that, you know, your parents came here as immigrants, it's always interesting to see. And that was my point when I made it, how they move and how the definitions begin to change and how the definitions aren't what there's like what they are actually are when it applies to white people. The definitions don't apply. You know, they due process doesn't apply when it comes to brown and Black people. So she was labeling her parents as citizens.
Right.
And meanwhile, Mehdi is a citizen and was saying and using immigrant for Black and brown. We know immigrant is a definition, but why are her parents not immigrants who came there for a better life for the daughter? And then him who thrives, immigrant, works, pays taxes, does all the things, is considered an immigrant, but she can't be. Her family can't. And that's the proximity to whiteness and how it makes you believe that their due process is actually a due process. Meanwhile, I'm pretty much confident that the brown and Black who go through the due process have to go through way more.
Absolutely.
And it still is to the white immigrant not enough for them to be considered citizens, you know, or to the white person, not enough for them to be considered American.
That's right.
So the other day I was speaking on the phone because I take care of a lot of things for my parents. They're in an older age. And now my mother, you know, she's been doing a lot of jobs where she doesn't require her to write. I talked about this or anything like that. where she doesn't have to use computers. And now they're trying to do that. So my mom is looking for another job where it's not forcing her to do so. And the man said to me on the phone when I was working, alongside a lot of, if you're an immigrant child, you know what I'm talking about, helping out your parents in this way. But the man on the phone was like, she's going to need all this documentation. I said, oh, I can get that email to you immediately. Then he said, we're going to need her information for her, residence or her green card or whatever. I said, she doesn't need that. She's a citizen. They're like, she's a citizen. And I said, well, what aren't you getting? I said, she's a citizen. And they said, well, we're going to need to see her voting registration to confirm that.
She doesn't have to vote to be a citizen?
My mother is a citizen.
Right.
And because she has the last name that she has, because she has an accent, because she doesn't use the internet like that, she doesn't know how to use it, they wouldn't believe me when I said she was a citizen. I'm pretty sure that the white person that came up and said they were a citizen wasn't questioned to bring in any proof of residence or green card or alien or nothing like that. And because I said, my mom's a citizen, she doesn't need all that. They said that she needs to come in with her voter registration for them to prove that she is actually a citizen for the job position. So Black and brown people are always going to have it harder. So when you look at somebody who fought for their right to be a citizen, not that they wanted to be, but they understand that when they are citizens, they don't have to deal with all the other pressures of being an immigrant here, because they're still going to deal with the pressures of being an immigrant here. But they don't have to, their lives won't be where they have to pick them up and get them out of here or whatever what Donald Trump is now doing, what they've been doing, but Donald Trump is now put at a bigger scale. And when you hear this girl talking again, your closeness, how close you are to whiteness will determine how you feel like you can talk to other people that are in the same boat as you. And that's what we see here. And that's the problem that I have. Now, the next problem that I have, you can pull up the clip of the guy. The next problem that I have is when these people are platformed in these spaces. That's why this is the example of why I don't take any more of those, things I used to do, those interview styles where it was me debating as softly as possible, debating somebody whose stance is 100% completely wrong and they are not trying to be swayed. And it's almost like sitting at the desk with, which I love, and I love her for that, Abby Phillips, and you have those people who are sitting there and who are
lying to your face.
Nasty. And then the people who are on the other side saying the other part of it, they can't go back and be nasty because that's the part that's going to go viral. They're going to say, though, this person was aggressive sitting at this table. And it's usually a Black or brown person, mostly a Black woman who was on there that has to carry herself in a certain kind of way, because the moment she puts her hands on the table, the moment that she said, tries to command the room out of disrespect, she's told something. But these people, these white people, and even people who are not white, again, who align themselves with whiteness, who are sitting in
from
the
Iran. I'm like, bro. I'm
What
sorry, Rebecca. No, I'm saying that brother from Iran. You said even those who are not white people.
Yeah,
That brother with the hat, with the villain mustache.
Yeah, sitting there, and because they align themselves with whiteness, and again, how close they are to it, they believe that none of these things are gonna hit their door. They believe it's never gonna come to them. It's never. And here is where we're gonna see where being actually white and challenging with stupidity, challenging a very intelligent person who knows way more than you, happens to be brown, happens to come from another country, but who knows way more than you.
Absolutely.
Who knows process, who knows a lot of things, sit here with you, and you go back to back with them. And as soon as you feel like your life was threatened and you were obliterated by an intelligent person that called you out, gave you receipts, and provided receipts, you go cry to your white KKK, supremacist, nationalist people online. You do that cry.
Oh, and then go.
And what
raise his
happens
money.
is the Kyle
Yeah.
Rittenhouse effect. But let's
Yep.
take a listen. Let's take a look.
Well, they persecuted the church a little bit. I'm not a fan of that. But
what about the persecution of the Jews?
Well, I mean, I certainly don't support anyone's human dignity being assaulted. I'm a Catholic.
But
And
you
so
don't condemn Nazi persecution of the Jews.
I think that there was a little bit of persecution
We
and
may
stuff
have
like that,
to
which is
rename
bad.
this show
but-
because you're a little bit more than a far right Republican.
Hey, what can I say?
I think you can say I'm a fascist.
Yeah, I am. Absolutely.
I'm just checking who's clapping just to get my set of where everyone is on this. Because you know that millions of people are going to be watching you on YouTube and checking out
Yeah,
who the fascists and the
absolutely.
Nazis are.
I'm not ashamed of that whatsoever.
No, clearly you're not.
Okay, no, it got. See, these clips ain't doing what they need to do. It got a little deeper. So as we see, he calls himself a fascist. The young man on there, and the Nazi on there. And so at that point, Maddie said, "I don't even want to talk to you. You already said what you need to say. I don't even want to talk to you. I don't want to hear nothing you got to say." And he just basically doesn't really reply after that. The boy keeps going. He ends up allegedly losing his job, and he goes to cry about it to the internet. Then Gibson Go creates something for him, and it's called the he says fired for his political. I pulled it up. So Ben, if you want to, let me grab it for you so you can have our students follow along here. Here we go. And so here is the Gibson Go, and it says fired for my political beliefs. My name is Connor, because I think it's Connor Estelle. My name is Connor, and I was recently shown in the latest Jubilee episode. This is immediately after the episode. As a result, unfortunately, I was subsequently released from my job. Nobody knows where his job was, and allegedly, reportedly,
He lost his job earlier.
He wasn't working nowhere. Yeah, he was already unemployed. And he says, I'm raising money as an emergency fund and for other expenses while I look for a new job. Unfortunately, voicing fully legal traditional right-wing political views results in real consequences. This is cancel culture and political discrimination on full display. I just went on the Rift TV where I shared my story of what happened, and you can watch it here, which I won't be. I will be guesting on a podcast tomorrow, again, on YouTube. He's promoting himself. It is not the Kyle Rittenhouse effect. And this, again, Kyle Rittenhouse also raised money on Gibson Go. And that woman who called that child a nigger is on Gibson Go. I think got her money, almost $1 million, remember? And where I'll be reading off the names and donations to everybody, a verbal thank you to all of those who gave. And I also read off the names and tons of people who already gave on that same show. So that's all people want. They want popularity, and here he wants money. So for exchange of him saying thank you for your donation, the same thing that we do here, but this is for hate. This is for, and sitting there because you got obliterated and you get paid to do so. Platforming this white man who had a plan already, platforming this person that had nothing to say except for quite frankly, and gave us nothing, quite frankly. And he is now put in a position where he don't have to work. He's been paid a year's worth of salary for most people in less than 24 hours for his hate. Kyle Rittenhouse killed 2 people, injured 1, and got out of jail. All the white people, even religious leaders, political leaders, made sure that he will always be straight for the rest of his life financially because of the hate. And this is what we see here. That woman who felt like people were threatening her when they were just saying, you were wrong for calling that child the N-word. The family didn't get as much as that lady got. They even said, please don't talk about the story no more because we're being attacked so much. We want to silence this. We'll take whatever they gave. We know we don't want to be a part of this. When that girl kept on putting her white tears out there. And they said, we'll give you $1 million because you did the right thing. Align yourself with hate, do the dirty work for white people, make Black people the problem, and you will get paid for it. You will thrive and thrive some more within America.
Yeah. That's true. All of that, everything that you said is true, but the return, he didn't get nearly as much as that white lady got. I'm certain, I'm gonna start with the white lady. She gonna be broke. Give her 2 years. It's just like every lottery winner. She gonna be broke. This guy, he can't live off of this. Maybe he can live off of this for a year, depending on how much he go out and blow it on women, because he can't get, that's his number one problem. He gonna be broke. They're not going to be able to sustain this as much as they want to make it look like, hey, go out there and be a racist and we'll take care of you as a community. It immediately dropped from $1 million for the other lady to $39,000. And he's not employable anymore. So the long-term impact on them, they will pay the price in the long run. Right now, this is just fascism and white supremacy trying to say, oh, look, we can invert. We can, not only will we not let you cancel this person, but we could put money in their pocket. Okay, it's just like their boycott of Budweiser. They said, oh, we can organize. We could boycott Budweiser. Budweiser's doing just fine, right? So all their best efforts it's really just to trigger us. This right here, he banked $40,000. He's going to have a good year. Great. Ultimately, it's them trying to trigger us into saying not to oppose these people, but that's never going to stop. Like, he cancels himself. He canceled himself. That other lady, she canceled herself. She got $1 million out of it. Okay, let's see how long that lasts. It's going to be another lottery winner.
Yep. And we'll see, Ben. If I hope that you're right, because I feel like when Kyle Rittenhouse recently got out, he got so much money, book deals, podcasts, and then he went through something else years later. GiveSingo was the platform he went to again and raised so much money. Once again, they will continue to fund the white hate and these white people. They will continue to sponsor them so that they can uphold the Nazi rhetoric. They can uphold this stuff and then create it so strong and so big that we get another Donald Trump in the White House, God forbid. But that's what happened, because they showed if we can align together with hate, we'll continue to do that. We'll continue, like, this guy. No, remember that girl who she didn't get the money, but she started getting sponsored and put on as an analyst or a commentator for all things black and white, all things racist. That girl that was trying to be the trad wife in the house, and used the N-word.
Yeah.
Now they started platforming her.
She's platforming, but she's not making any money off her podcast. Like, she's barely making a living doing her podcast. Like, it only does go so far. Look at this. Kyle Rittenhouse is working at a gun store in Florida.
Is that true?
It is true, because all the speaking engagements, first of all, he's illiterate, and I'm not mocking him.
He was dumb. You could say dumb. He was dumb as shit.
Extremely dumb. He couldn't read. He couldn't speak. He couldn't do the basic things that one needs to do to capitalize off of a speaking circuit career. He got booed off the stages he used to go to, and he got dropped by all of his handlers, the people who try to make him into a thing. They was like, oh, no, he's too stupid for us to even help. Ends that way because ignorance is ignorance. He's working at a gun store now. He might have some money left over, but it's not going to last him. And even if it does, he's not going to come back into the spotlight and be Kyle Rittenhouse again. His moment has come and gone.
Remember when they put that man on a TV show, the one that murdered Trayvon Martin?
Mm-hmm. He's living in isolation. That man, he had to sell the gun. His biggest moment since then, George Zimmerman's biggest moment since then, has been to sell the gun that he used to kill Trayvon Martin. And I think he got like 100, maybe a couple $100,000 off of it. That was 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago. He's broke.
Wow.
He's not going to be able to come back and have a life. They're all going to end up, and this is inevitable. Here's the other thing. White folks that are racist and hate-filled and bigoted, there's nobody they fight better than themselves. Like, their whole coalition that they use to get Donald Trump in power right now, that same coalition that sent money to that whatever her name was, they called that boy, the 5-year-old, the N-word. That whole coalition is fighting each other now. So, just look at through Shiloh. Yeah. Look through world history. It always ends because they're not building community off of anything but hatred. And that hatred is towards each other now. So again, I don't let these things trigger me. I do watch them and like, let's see how long it's going to last and how long can they keep it up. But this is already a symbol. As big as this Jubilee moment was, and as big as all the platforms he went on to promote this, all he got out of it was 40 G's. Congratulations. It's going to give you a nice Christmas this year, but I guarantee you by next year, he's going to be looking for a job.
And I think I'm at a place where I'm like, I love that they've shown this. I love that, even though this is what they've constantly been showing, but I love that they've shown this. However, I feel like platforming the Nazis is a problem too.
Mm-hmm.
Because now he done got $40,000 for this, even though it was probably free for him to come on. Now he got $40,000, but he's also spewing out hate. and somebody so unintelligent sitting with somebody so intelligent and not being able to communicate anything, and it's a waste of our time. But I'm glad that it was shown, even though we see it every day. And white folks are in the place where they're like, what he was saying, he was making points. Somebody wrote in my chat and said, not in my chat right now, y'all some good people, which is share. Did you share the video? Do that too. I'm talking about on Threads. They said, if you really listen to what the white girl was saying, you can hear her point, because most immigrants are coming here to take our jobs. And the person was black.
Yes. That's and let me just jump in there. That's the most ignorant breed of Negro in existence. Black folks who attack immigrants as if you are not seen as less than immigrants, and they're just working their way around. Like, they're starting with immigrants. They're inevitably going to always come to attack Black people with the same exact ICE agents that are attacking immigrants. But I also want to spin this around one more time, because there's so many clips, and I got to start compiling them, of Black Americans who were descendants of enslaved people, who are pushing back on ADOS and FBA and all these anti-African immigrants people. And they're just showing so much beautiful solidarity amongst the diaspora. So like, I have a whole collection of them. I just haven't downloaded them yet, but just every day now, there are Black people from the United States who were born here because of enslaved ancestors, who are showing solidarity with immigrant Black people from all over the globe, because of how ignorant ADOS and FBA were in all their anti-diaspora wars bullshit BS. So those Black people who align with this ignorance, they're gonna fade out of existence too, because hatred don't work on our side of the equation. Hatred can get you a check temporarily from white supremacy, but it don't get you roots in the community. And who gonna sustain you in the long run? White supremacy or roots? You can't come back. Candace Owens can't come back to the Black community now that she's getting alienated by white folks. Nah, stay over there.
By the president. France.
Oh, when she is broke, listen. Oh Lord, I'm not going to talk about
white folks, the white colonizers, the actual people, the European people are suing yo Black.
She gonna be so broke. I ain't even gonna tell you how broke she gonna be, but the way her hair is nice now, because she got it right, baby.
Them ends gonna split right to the root.
She gonna go back. She gonna know what it feel back to return to her roots.
She tried. Damn, that was good.
I don't talk about Black women's hair, even if somebody said, I don't care how evil she is, don't you ever talk about a Black woman's hair again. And I felt that in my spirit, but I just couldn't let that one. She about to be so broke when France gets done suing her.
And you talked about that white man's wife, and they didn't do nothing in the beginning. Then you tripled, quadrupled, whatever the 5-time dupled is. And you went and you said you did a investigative reporting about his wife being trans.
She did a whole investigative reporting.
Mm-hmm.
Watch this. Let me share this. Legala DeVille says she's married to a son of aristocrat. I hear you. And you would think that cracker don't love her. He gonna dump her as soon as she's no longer useful to his cause. I'm sorry. I do not. First of all, to lay in bed with white supremacy at that level.
No, they can ruin your whole life. We're talking about
she had to be looking over her shoulder at night every night.
The original colonizing countries.
Come on, you talking about the original daughters of white supremacy?
Like there is no protection for the nigga in America.
Come on.
There's just none. So you think some outside rulers, former rulers, are going to have pity on Candace Owens?
They are about to tar and feather her Black behind. They about to, and she can't come back to the Black community. Why? I mean, Dr. Mack, we talked about this extensively. He said, well, he says, first of all, she can't come back.
She tried.
He said, but if she does he gave a long list of all the confessions she would have to make, all the people that she had to take down. He said, if she does all that, then she can come back. I'm still of the opinion she can't ever come back. Not after how much damage she did. Nah.
And double down on the damage. People don't understand that when you are naturally a person who hates and who is nasty and who believes the things that are coming out of your mouth, Candace said hush. That's just what that is. That's who you are. We can't make a nasty person a good person when they are so set on being a nasty person, on somebody who's spewing out hate. You went after a original colonizing person,
the wife of the president of a colonizer. I mean, like, we're talking about a nation that's still taking money from Haiti to this day.
And they're okay with it. They're okay with it.
Let me tell you, man, Candace is done. And I'm not rejoicing in her demise. I'm just saying she earned it. She worked really.
No, she rejoices in everybody else's demise. She rejoiced in George Floyd's demise. She rejoiced in every person's demise. She had every nasty thing to say about Michelle Obama and all. She had every nasty thing to say about other Black women. And then she went around and she aligned herself with Nazis. The only thing that we can give her, she had points many a time that we can say, okay, we agree with that. We agree with some things our ops say all the time. That does not mean our ops are good people, right? They might follow the same things that we follow maybe once a damn day. There's 1 hour a day. There are 24 hours in the day. The rest of it still makes this person where they align themselves with hate and bad things and Nazis and the
literal Nazis.
That's what she is married to one. And now you're seeing that he ain't coming to her defense. He can't. Ain't no amount of American money can do that. When the president of France says, I'm coming for you and I won't stop until the blood of your children are on my hands. They ain't really say that, but I'm telling you, because they historically, that's what they do. That's
let me tell you, let me tell you, the only time I'll step in and do something to help Candace Owens is if her children needs food. We got her. We got her children.
She cared about Gaza as well.
I think she cared about Gaza more aligned with her hatred of Jewish people. I think that was her root. But
yeah, that's true.
we ain't gonna let her kids go hungry. Now she can go hungry, but her kids, we'll make sure they get care packages. We'll make sure they get good education, because we ain't gonna have no little Black kids around our community who are destroyed because their parents were evil. We'll raise them up, and we just have to teach her kids how evil their mom was and how they got into the situation that they're in.
Okay. All right. We're going to move on from Candace Owens, which thank you for bringing that up, because so much happened this week. Before we get out of here, Ben, I was just saying how platforming people can be irresponsible. Now, if you are from the Black church, I want you to come on to the front, right? Come on to the front. This is for us. This is for us to sit right here. White people, you can sit and listen, and people who don't go to the church, you can sit and listen, because you will understand it either way, because we get things. Because Blackness is, even though we're not a monolith, we still we collide and connect and all the things in our cultures. But here, Isaac Curry, if you know him, you know him. Isaac Curry is a singer we love, has a voice of, a gospel voice. And I say that with everything in me, a gospel voice that is like none other, that has transcended time, been in the game since he was little, and won't let you forget it. Won't let you forget it. And we'll talk about that as well. But Isaac Curry platformed Norman, and I hope I'm saying this right, Gyamfi. I believe that he's Ghanaian American, and also a HBCU graduate. I think he's also part of Alpha Phi Alpha Incorporated. But I say all those things because Blackness runs up deep through this man, and he is a music executive, but he's also the co-founder, one of two co-founders of Maverick City. If you know what Maverick City is, it's CCM. Chandler Moore, Naomi. Most recently they had a BET appearance with none other than Diddy, and I think Kirk Franklin as well recently. But they were with Diddy, and when they did the BET hip hop, whatever, for Diddy. But in this clip, they also even niggas with mics. It's not only for outside the church, it's within the church too. Niggas with mics should be stopped. Put tariffs on them, tax them today. Tax them today. Remove them from Amazon. Remove them from the stores. Because now the podcast bros are now the podcast bros within the gospel industry, within Christianity. And here we're platforming somebody who is MAGA supporting, says it in just this clip, MAGA supporting, denouncing gospel, saying that when and if you know when I say Maverick City is what we call CCM, contemporary Christian music. We equate that to white people because again, I was telling you earlier, 88.1 Way FM only played this type of music, and they did not insert any kind of gospel until Shackles Off My Feet So I Can Dance by Mary Mary came out. They would drop that throughout the day, and at 10 to 12 in Palm Beach County was the time that they only played anything. Trinity 5-7, Demita, even what's the man's name? Donald. All
Lawrence.
the gospel artists were only playing, the biggest gospel artists were only playing from the hours of 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. in the morning, and then they would go right back to playing just contemporary Christian music. CCM. Maverick City is contemporary Christian music with black leaders, black vocal leaders. And this man created it. He said that gospel genre is garbage. And he aligned himself with white people and did their doing to remove the gospel industry. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Y'all listen to this clip because I might have heard something else. Maybe I'm hearing incorrectly, but listen to this. And again, this is the co-founder of the Christian music group that has taken over the industry overnight. Let's take a listen.
What was the turning point that you made when you knew that something different had to happen to resurrect or reshape the Christian/gospel industry?
I mean, I'm gonna be straight up. I knew it the first day. It was stale. The gospel norms wasn't working no more, man. Y'all sing too hard. Y'all over sing.
Good God.
Stop doing that. Don't nobody want to hear no runs. People keep saying, we want choir music back. Choir music would have never died if people want to listen to it. I see it.
Say it.
Joel Steen, Kirk Franklin, T.D. Jakes. How can I find somebody to me that's not Norman? Oh my God, I'm so sick of him. La, 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 la. Why? What'd I do to you? I think people see me as competition when I'm not.
So let's go here. Travis to Matt.
At that time, it was some little chumps to me.
Right.
You know, I find Chan from my church. I'm the one who got the big artists. We running worship. What I'm calling them for? You got my old background singer leading your thing.
You don't care.
They don't get it. You know who get it? White people get it. First off, everybody know I'm a Trump voter, regardless how y'all feel about that. So you got a really good PPP too. Trump, thank you for that one, bro.
Oh my God.
But so many people dog me, man. People work for me that dog me. From 30-year-old young black dude from nowhere, Georgia, with no background in music, and I got more Grammys than most people you know. So your next deal likely gonna be with me. Maverick City outstreams the entire gospel industry combined.
Jesus.
Everybody hated on it. Nobody called it real. Everybody said it's this, that, it's this. And all that happened from that is you saw the subsequent genre die. One of them gotta go.
One of them gotta go.
Gospel.
Absolutely. And I'm going to, before we get into that clip, I want to read you what Isaac Curry. I remember I just told you who Isaac Curry was. Very well-known artist, all the things. Love his music. Actually, somebody who is an alternative, in my opinion, gospel singer. Doesn't sing original gospel, but does have a gospel voice and sings music that a lot of former gospel singers would be like, oh, that ain't gospel, but it's he's singing, and that's because his influence is gospel. Just like Maverick City couldn't be what they were and became from 2020 to now. They didn't have gospel singing leaders. You had to go grab the gospel singing leaders to lead Maverick City, which just was a white church that had a community of singers with no soul. So this music exec tied Chandler Moore and Dante Bowe and Naomi to that church. And he created what became Maverick City and the choir. So it's a white church that he is okay with saying that, gospel was gone. So I came and I aligned myself with the white folks because the white folks, I can relate more to them than black people. And I was on a mission to remove and do the bidding of the white evangelical music execs work, dirty work, and I'm pretty sure it was like, hey, let's stop doing the gospel thing and let's bring this music and make it all into the black area. And that's not, who are you to say that gospel is dead? Who are you to say that you removed gospel? You ain't even no singer. Now, people want to take into account that he's from, that he has a Ghanaian name and stuff. That had nothing to do with nothing. We love gospel all around. We know we credit where gospel is credited. That sound comes from here. May have influences or whatever, but that sound is an American sound. I can give you that. I won't fight that. But that does not mean that we don't know gospel. I know gospel up and down. I can sing right here with Ben with the best of them. My Haitian behind who went to a Haitian church. Gospel is something that is every culture knows, and we know it. We know it. So for this moment to happen, and it's not and I want people to not make it no diaspora war things, because it's not. We're influenced by gospel all around. What I will say is, for this black man to sit there and say he's a Trump supporter, Trump voter, PPP loans is what, and he said, thank you. That's how he got, rich. Nobody knew. You are somebody who made a name behind the scenes, and you grew Maverick City. You are now an owner of so many Grammys because of your bidding. That's what you did. Because of what you did for the white people, the white execs. They told you, if you do this for me, we'll do this for you. Now you own so many Grammys. You are very rich, but nobody knew who the hell you was until just now at all. And now the response, and I'll just go ahead and read it. The response that Isaac Curry did is, somebody said to him, platforming this is low-key irresponsible. And it's high-key irresponsible for real. But anything for clicks and views. Isaac Curry then responds, it's incredibly amazing how you would think it's irresponsible for someone who's been in this industry for over 3 decades, me, would air something with no context. Clearly, there was no context here. We got it, though, from the clips. No, these are only clips, and the story is told. What's really irresponsible is that you fell for the bait and won't watch the show for context. You'd rather allow your emotions to lead you down the rabbit hole. Lord, help your people. And that's why I say it's very dangerous for these types of people to be in this space, because you are going to open the door to platform these people. You're opening the door to people who already have done a lot of damage within the gospel community, and who is on a mic sitting in front of you telling you that the very things that you stand for, Isaac Curry, which is blackness, the black church, gospel music, and you allegedly did not vote for Donald Trump. He's sitting there in front of you and telling you that everything that you represent is dumb, it's trash, it's finished. It means nothing. And you're just like, Jesus, whoa, that's innovative, that's cool. No. Isaac Curry went on to tell someone else, we need to, in the church, give room for these voices. Who said that? I know that was a cute thing to say back in the day, even in journalism, to be unbiased. Absolutely not. When something is hurting a community of people, just like we saw in Jubilee, those people are hurtful, and they're being platformed, and they're being praised and rewarded for their Nazi-ness. And here we're seeing a black person be okay and being rewarded for his coonery
and buffoonery.
And tell folks that he is proud of the damage he has done within the gospel community. One thing it is, gospel isn't dead, but you have platformed a man who said verbatim on the mic, I made sure that I did not push any gospel music at all. I aligned myself with this white church because they're good to me. And if I did what they told me, it benefited me.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I did.
Yep.
And that's what we're seeing right now. So this thing has led me to believe why we haven't been hearing or seeing. It's not because there's no gospel music, because I see it all the time, but why our favorite gospel artists are still singing gospel, but they giving us CCM. Mm-hmm. They giving us contemporary, because that's what will be pushed. He said it's hooping and hollering. Are you really disrespecting the ancestors? Are you really disrespecting our history? Are you really? That comes from pain. I said this a while back, and I'm going to say this verbatim because Jackie Hill Perry said, she asked, why is CCM something that is so pushed right now and we're not hearing more gospel? And I said something along the lines of, the reason why we're not hearing that, and let me find it because I want to quote, I don't want to misquote myself. Here we go. I was saying to her, the reason why they're not is because they have made our music more palatable for white people. Everything where the spaces that we dominate and we're thriving in, and it's better than, it's not palatable for white people. So they will go and they will find a way to make it palatable for white people. If this Black woman is going to sing, I want it to feel good for me. So when we're singing about pain and sorrow and getting over something and all those things, because that's our life, that's our actual battles. A lot of these songs come from slaves and their music and things like that, because those are real issues and things. And then from the civil rights movements and stuff that we had to get through, or that Black Americans had to get through, and all the things, those is where these things were birthed from. And here you are trying to take away. See, gospel music challenges you. It soothes you. It makes you look at your life. It might read you your rights. It might tell you a little
read you for
something,
filth.
and then it's gonna tell you you're gonna be all right. It's basically the beating, and then the mama or the daddy coming in and telling you hungry, because you're gonna be all right. We're gonna feed you. You're gonna be okay. And CCM tells you, you know, I saw a clip where it say, "Destroy me, oh God, destroy me." They're smiling because they know even while being destroyed, they can get to rehab. They can get the PPP loan. Okay, they can move into a community even after murdering somebody that protects them. They can be covered with white supremacy in the word of God that's being given on stage. Okay. So that's why I got a problem with these people being platformed. I got a problem with people that I actually like and love their sermons sitting on their stage and telling folks that police officers, that children are the problem and not the police officers. And no, excuse me, Black kids are the problem and not the police officers. Those things are problematic. They're problematic because, like it or not, I've said this before, and I'm in the church. I love the church. I love the church. It's a cult. It's, a cult of people. And if you tell these people who are following you that is the case, that's how they'll move. The people didn't like that I said something about Maverick City. They're like, no, you gotta watch the full clip. You gotta go. They were giving the feedback that Isaac gave and saying that you guys are just not innovative enough. So the removal of anything tied to Blackness, the thing that is so a sacred thing when it comes to the Black church, but our music, our voice that actually influences every other thing. R&B is influenced by the gospel voice, that pop sound that white people try to do, influenced by the gospel voice. Look, you guys are seeing in real time Ben commenting on the people stuff, on Isaac stuff. But it is, I think we're at a place where we're watching them find everything, every safe space that was for us. And they said, you know what? We're not going to go bomb these cities anymore. We're going to send people who look like them to do it. We'll pay them and we'll send them to remove their stuff because we want to be ahead of it. And we'll just have Black people at the forefront. And that's what it is. And it removes, a lot of people have been saying for the past few years that there was a craving for gospel music. I said it. The CCM has been such a broken record that I'm like, I am craving for something to challenge me, something to have me shouting or laid out on the ground. I want something to put me in the corner of my household with something over me saying, this is my prayer. This is my prayer corner.
Don't stop till I get back because I want to say something, but keep going, okay?
And yeah. And I am not, see, people want to say, because this is what people are doing online, and because I spoke up against that one pastor and what he said on stage, you guys can find that video on my page, what he said on stage about Black children and police officers and how Black children are the problems. They came at me and they used the verse, touch not my anointed, and we went over this already, Ben brought it up, and they're trying to use this in this case too. And if the church cannot challenge these people, what is it for? Y'all have to be able to challenge the wrong as well. Y'all have to be able to challenge people who are aligning themselves with white supremacy within the Black church and doing their work to remove everything Black and to tell you that you must follow this way or no way. You got to be able to challenge that. You got to be able to say, hell no. Because did y'all get the PPP loan? Y'all following this person that is telling you that they benefited from us aligning themselves with whiteness. Aligning themselves with whiteness. And this cannot be where you go with it. All of the church cannot be this Isaac Curry, who knows damn well you sitting there shucking and jiving. You sitting there not into this man's stuff. You sitting there thinking everything this man's saying is the way that the church should move forward. I didn't hear no Jesus talk, no kingdom talk, no Black Jesus talk. I didn't hear none of it. None of it. And that's not how the way things should work. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are, who you are. I don't care where you've been. You know, I need for us to challenge any of these rooms that are bringing in white supremacy, and they're doing it with people who look like us. I don't care if it's at your job and it's your manager coming in there telling you that you can't use Black emojis, you can't speak about immigrants, but these people could talk about Nazis and things like that. You can't defend immigrants, but these people can defend their rights and their views of gun usage and children dying and all this stuff. You got to stand up to that. You must stand up to that. Go ahead.
Thank you.
As you got your bite to eat.
No. Well, yeah, it's in that category. So actually, I want to thank Isaac Curry for sharing this, because now I'm going to ensure that we never play Maverick City in this house ever again.
That's what everybody was saying.
I'm going to. And I'm grateful because every upcoming artist is going to intentionally not go to this nigga. Why would you want to go to somebody who has this level of arrogance? And I want to remind this brother that if you really knew the Lord, you would understand that pride goeth before destruction and a haughty spirit before the fall. That money don't last forever, brother. And you can look at how he's showing off his money, that he spends his money. So there's a good possibility he gonna be broke in short order. Not wishing evil on him, but that's who he is. That's what he was. And that's all I'm gonna say. But I'm gonna play something. I want to play something for the brother who says that gospel is dead. Let me hush. Let me just let the sister sing.
I can't let a day go by without praising his name. I can't forget from whence I came. I can't let a day go by. I've got to count up the cost. I can't let a day go by without praising his name. I can't let a day go by. I've got to praise his name. Lord, don't let me forget from whence I came. Can't let a day go by without counting the cost. Can't let a day go by without praising his name.
Lord, I done messed it up. I'll stop it there, though. I'll stop it there. Because let me tell you something.
They're going to go. They're going to keep going.
Yeah, she go for another 5 minutes. But let me tell you something. Maverick City can't do that. CCM can't do that. There's a thing that happens in gospel music that literally connects us to the ancestors. Now, we'll give you room and we give you grace for something contemporary and new. They didn't like Kirk Franklin at first, but now Kirk Franklin has become a part of it, right? But to come in and say that you're going to uproot roots, we'll see let's see who's still around in 10 years.
Yeah. And because it wouldn't be, because a lot of the music, I think that the problem was the contemporary music was not crossing over. And gospel music, for those of you who thought gospel music, all that, we were crossing over into hip hop. We were crossing over into all these things, because the truth is, gospel. Listening to her, I bet you guys got Ray Charles. I know you heard the blues. I know you heard a little bit of country. I know you heard a little bit of R&B. I know you're everything, because this is where it comes from. A lot of people who know how to sing have influence from the church, and the ones who have influence from the ones who have influence from the church, you still going back to the church. You have to go back and listen to people like Mahalia Jackson, Aretha Franklin. You got to go back, and it all goes back to the gospel church. They not singing today because they don't have that gospel background. When I'm listening, and don't get me wrong, Maverick City is cool, but the shouting only comes from Chandler Moore, Dante Bowe, who is no longer within the group, and Naomi, who I think still sounds, very CCM, but she gives the gospel background. And you don't feel this, because even at her age, and she is pushing everything she got because she's feeling something. Every word that she said, it brought me to wherever the hell she was at that time. It brought me to it. It gave me chills. It brings tears to my eyes. When I hear worship in my culture's language, it gives me a different feeling, because you can hear the pain and the suffering from the person. You can hear in the words. These people are singing about, and I don't know. There's a fly on the wall, oh God. There's a fly on the wall, oh God, but you help me get it. You help me get it. That is how they look, and the people is just hallelujah, hallelujah. But when there's a fly on the wall, oh God, you hear that? It's a difference. There's a fly on the wall, oh God. There's a difference there. You feel like, Lord, there's a fly on the wall.
Something got to be done about it.
Help me.
Do something, Lord.
Give me a tool, Jesus, to get this fly out of the house. Like, Lord, like, you see what I'm saying? Experience.
It's this young brother who this, but you know what? And it's very consistent. Of course, he voted for Donald Trump. He has the spirit of Donald Trump. And that spirit is an antichrist spirit, whether they know it or not, and whether he knows it or not. So, I don't fret over evil.
It's antichrist, period.
It's I don't fret over evildoers, because their time comes, and to have the arrogance because you made a little bit of money. What white supremacy gives, white supremacy also takes away. The minute you're no longer useful to them, you're done, brother. You're done. And you was another one that can't come back to the community, to the tribe. Why? Because you built your platform. You built your platform on the destruction of the tribe. You think we're going to let you back in the tribe? Nah. Enjoy your money now. I'm sure it's good. I bet you he eating lobster. He getting all you can eat crab legs.
I'm sure, but we didn't even know your name until this moment, and it came out, and people said they don't want to listen to Maverick City, and now they know that Maverick City is a scam.
Yep. Now we know. We didn't know before. Thank you for letting us know. Thank you for doing a service. I do proper shade due to Isaac Curry for capping for this dude, and sensitive in his feelings. Ooh, you talked about my clip. Your clip was you understand what your clip was good for: exposing a demon. Don't be mad when people recognize that demon.
That's exactly what I said. I was like, well,
especially. I was gonna say, especially when Isaac Curry got his start with John P. Key in New Life Community Choir. Come on.
And your voice tone shows that. You couldn't be, you can't even sing regular. He got a song called Her, which I love, which is about him and his wife and how he views his wife and all that other stuff. And you can't even sing that in a normal R&B way. It's fully gospel, because that's just how you sing. Dante Bowe, who left the church, who left Maverick City, is trying to sing worldly music, and he can't do it because his voice is naturally just there. But I can't imagine what he was experiencing while he was in Maverick City. I'm pretty sure he's seen what we were all like, this group just came out of nowhere, and it looks like every gospel artist has to align with them or sound like them in order to get their stuff played or pushed.
Yeah. And see, and here's why that's not, if they feel that way, here's why that's not true. Look at what, first of all, get your mindset out of the record industry mindset, because the record industry mindset is itself exploitative. It is exploitive. It exploited Kirk Franklin and the family. It exploited TLC. It exploited Bell Biv DeVoe. It exploits. It takes. It robs. But look at the gospel artists that are doing like amazing just on YouTube revenue alone. Ricky Dillard done bought him a couple houses just off of YouTube money alone.
I could just touch the hem of his garment.
Come on, like if they got to get, and so this dude is moving into the quote unquote trying to take over the gospel scene with the old music industry mindset. This brother, bless him, he might last a decade, but he ain't gonna last as long as gospel music. They said Magic City or Maverick City.
Maverick, baby. Did I say
no?
Maverick?
No, she's saying what spirit is he operating in? Magic City or Maverick City?
And they told ones on some flat asses, flat notes. Okay, flat notes. Anyway, but
let's read these super chats.
Yes, we're gonna get to the super chat. I'm sorry for holding y'all today. I came with the stories because I know that yesterday I didn't get it, or the other day I didn't get a chance to get on. Thursday with Leftist Mafia. I just was feeling overwhelmed with emotion. I just needed some time to myself, and took that. And so we're here. So I'm glad that I was able to get these stories out. I didn't get the chance to talk to you. So Tiger, go ahead, Ben. You can go.
Tiger said, I ain't mourn Ozzy Osbourne or Hulk Hogan. Ozzy was a Zionist, and Hogan, well, we all know what Hogan did.
We ain't even mentioned Ozzy behind, because I feel like it was his time. Well, who am I to say that? I ain't got
thank you, Tiger. Thank you for that super chat. Sheila Bledson, thank you for the cup of coffee. We appreciate that. Shadow Finkel said, "Cuz why not?" That's what I'm talking about. Why not? Tiger sent another one. He said, "I've blocked so many pages that use generated AI to push racist nonsense and spread damaging narrative. Soon enough, cops will use it to make fake evidence all day long." We need restriction. Tiger said again, we need restrictions on the dangerous usage of generative AI and the damage it causes on the environment. It also steals art from people trying to make a living. Absolutely. I consider myself a tech. This is Tiger again. I consider myself a tech head, and ethical AI is possible. I've seen it, but I'm concerned about the artists, writers, and general workers pushed out of work. Yep, I agree. Tiger again, serious about this conversation on AI, and I appreciate it. He said, I get that AI is being pushed and we can't stop it right now, but how do we help those who help the people put out of work and have their things scraped? I just, my quick thought on that is they need to jump in there and use AI to move themselves further and faster than what people can replace that work on. Well, actually, let me rephrase that. They're being put out of work. We have to adapt. The whole goal was always to put us out of work. Just like the first, I don't know if y'all remember, maybe y'all too young, but I remember the first self-checkout about 15, 20 years ago, right? Or maybe 15 years ago. And now they're everywhere. They're ubiquitous. We can't even go to the store. There are more self-checkouts than there are people at the registers. That's by design. That's their intent. And if we know that that's their intent, we got to find ways to make ourselves survive outside of their system. The whole thing is, how do we opt out of their system? Because their system is designed to destroy us. It always has been. Same thing back with NAFTA. The North American Free Trade Agreement back in the 90s, when Bill Clinton signed it and made it seem like it was going to be so good for America. What it was good for was Wall Street. What it was bad for were all the people who lost their jobs. But that's the design. That's what they're going to always do. Tigwick sent $20 saying, Majority Report's debrief with Mehdi afterwards was so satisfying. I haven't seen that. Did you watch that?
Well, no, not the Majority Report. That's Matt. I was thinking about David. David actually did one. The Rational National actually did one as well. Okay. So make sure you take a look at that. I think two different, I want to say, think pieces, but very good things to talk about. I think we covered the same things here.
Tigwick said, fun fact, Connor believed he'd also always be in the in group due to birthright citizenship, but later in the show, Kai argues to repeal birthright citizenship. They can't even agree on their supremacy. That part. Connor was the white dude talking about, yeah, I'm a fascist. Thank you for that super chat.
Thank you, Tigwick.
Tiger, Ben, last thing on AI, I'm gonna do some recon. Overall, I like the idea of AI. It's the future, but not in its current iteration. We need to make our own. Let me talk to my boys. I know some coders. I'm gonna need your help to test it. By all means, reach out to me. Absolutely. I agree that the people, we need the people's AI. Otherwise, it's a wrap. David Morris sent £5 saying fascinating show. Thank you, David Morris. Let me see if there's
fascinating show.
Yeah, you got to say it correctly. Yeah,
because who says fascinating? It's gonna be them people out there, Brits. I want to say, people who are on the other side. It just sounds so beautiful to say the show is fascinating. I like that.
Yeah.
You were really interested.
Yeah, that's it, Rebecca. Anything else?
Oh, and look, ain't nobody else. None of y'all want to give. I'm just kidding. Thank you so much.
Cash App the Queen.
Cash App the Queen, please, because this is my only form of income, and I don't.
What's the Cash App again?
That's Cash App at Becca's Voice. This is my only form of income, and I hardly get it here. But thank you. So one thing that you can also do for me, not only on
thank you for the super sticker. Go ahead.
Thank you. Becca's Voice on Cash App. That's BECCASVOICE. Also, the super chats are open right now. You can definitely give that way as well. I can get it quicker through Becca's
Cash
Voice.
App.
But before I get out of here, let's see where I am now. I have 9,959.
Oh, so close. 41. Can we get 41 people?
41 people.
41
if you can subscribe to my channel to get me to 10,000 to 10K. That will be beautiful. You guys will then be into the huge family group chat that helped Rebecca hit 10K. And I would love for you guys to get me to that milestone. Please, if you can, share this with your friends of a friend, and tell them why you like the show, or my page, or whatever you like. You might like my video monologues better. You might like my Shades of Good News. You might like any of the other things, but just please support and help get me to 10,000, 10K. And just support, because we also need to make sure we pay for the programming that we're running, or the program that we run these shows off of as well. Again, this is my only form of income. If you guys can please support, best way is Becca's Voice on Cash App.
All right. Y'all send that queen some money.
Thank you so much.
Especially because first of the month coming up. Let's do that.
Please do. Right. I love you guys so much, and all hearts are minds are clear. All right. Yeah. I love you. I mean it. I'll see you guys not next week because I'll be at a funeral, but I'll see you guys the following week. I love you. Mean it. The work that we're doing here is not going to stop when it comes to these type of discussions. It's going to be for us and by us here on this platform when the media is telling us to look the other way. Your support is what helps us move forward. Join patreon.com/like it or not. Help us grow.
Y'all know what time it is. It's time for Like It or Not. With Rebecca Azor. Let's start this damn show. Yes, it's time for Like It or Not. With Rebecca Azor. Let's start this damn show. Like It or Not. Rebecca Azor is in the house. You know she got a funny story to tell. Talking politics, culture, or real life ish. I live in life in the ATL. Benjamin.